So once again, welcome to the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2013, coming to you live from the SWE Arena, Stavanger, Norway. Stavanger, fourth biggest city in Norway, and it's a great setting for these championships. But we're going to be bringing you coverage of the game between France and Sweden. There we see France only one win, and Sweden 2 wins and 2 defeats. Sweden, the defending champions. I'm Kenny Edwards, and I'm joined by Logan Gray.
Good afternoon, Kenny.
And we'll shortly see the teams.
Yeah, here we go. This is the French lineup. An unfamiliar lineup, led by Frédéric Boutoudan. Second, Rodolphe Vincent. Third, Guillaume Vincent. And skip, Geoffrey Vincent. Alternate, Tom Berra. And coach, Alain Conta. Then the Swedish team. We know these guys pretty well. Victor Schell playing lead. Fredrik Lindberg playing second. Sebastian Kraup playing third. And Nicolas Edin playing skip. Oscar Eriksson alternate, and Eva Lund as the coach. Here's the standings after 4 draws. Denmark and Norway, the only 2 teams undefeated so far this week. Switzerland in the hunt on 3-1. Latvia, Scotland and Sweden all on 2 wins and 2 losses. And I'd say already at this stage the other 4 teams with a lot of work to do. And elsewhere in draw 5, Russia and Denmark on sheet A, Norway, Switzerland on sheet B, Scotland, Latvia on sheet D, and Czech Republic and Finland on sheet E.
Yeah, so Sweden coming into this as strong favourites. They'll be playing the Yellowstones, France the red. And you've got to think Sweden will just go all out attack from the word go. But it was France who got the upper hand in the early exchanges. Both teams do get practice before the games get underway, and they have the draw the shot challenge rather as the tossing of a coin. And France put it right on the pot lid, and Nicolas Edin missing the house completely.
Yeah, you won't see that too often. But I totally agree, Kenny. I think we'll see Sweden go out hard from the start here and really try and put some pressure on this inexperienced French team. Here's Frédéric Boutoudan.
Vitesse! Pas mal!
Do you think there'll be any nerves for this French team, Kenny, playing against the reigning European and world champions?
I think there might be. This young French side probably not been up against such a powerhouse like Nicolas Edin before, so I think they might just be a little nervous and expect a few mistakes early on.
Oh, I certainly hope they make more of a fist of it than they did it against Norway in one of our previous broadcasts. They were completely dead in the water after 3 ends in that game. But I'm sure they'll be getting a little bit more used to the new surroundings and feel a little bit more settled out on the ice.
Léger, hein?
Booted on, trying to make a hit and roll behind the centre cover. And plays a nice shot.
Jag 75 på tid. Jag ska sätta slide med en 10-take.
Yeah, they've got centre guard in place, Sweden. They don't have last on advantage. As we take a first look at Fredrik Lindberg.
Inte drygt! Fart är bra. Wow! Drygt side. In. Wow! Wow! Viktor, allt. Bra fart. Håll in.
So, nice hit on the nose. It's really important to hang around with that one, Logan. They hit and run with that one, and it would leave the opportunity for Sweden to utilise that centre guard, play the draw around.
Well, they do still have a chance to do that by playing the hit and roll, but obviously the draw would be more straightforward. So just really takeouts getting traded here. Do you think there's any additional pressure on Niklas in this game, Kenny?
I certainly think he can't afford to lose anymore. Being defended champion as well, I think he's maybe got a bit of a target on his back. So there we're seeing the rules of play. 6 ends, 73 minutes and 1 coach interaction.
Well, it certainly wasn't a good day at the office yesterday for Sweden. They got absolutely annihilated by Denmark in the morning by 8 shots to 2, and then went out and really struggled in the evening against Norway, and lost out to that one on that one. And for me, this is the key man for Sweden today to get their championship back on track. Just a little bit out of sorts yesterday.
Yeah, really struggled to find his feet and didn't really perform. And this is a bizarre call from the French skip. Going to drive the guard into this one. He may end up being forced into one doing this.
I agree, Kenny. This is a bit of a bizarre one for me.
Just a little bit inexperienced, maybe.
Yeah, that's not good. So, one daft call, and Sweden with a great chance here in the first end to really turn up the heat on France.
Yeah, I think that's maybe what this French team are lacking, is experience at the highest level. It's the experience of Thomas Dufour, who was here for on numerous occasions for France. So can Sebastian Kraut put a bit of pressure on? He can't, and that was the kind of mistakes we were seeing yesterday from Sebastian. So just not firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I don't think the teams have still quite got on top of the ice conditions this week. I think the ice is still bedding in here, and they're finding draw weight just a little bit difficult to come by. So Guillaume makes the hit and stick. Really was a big let off from Sebastian there. France did pick up their first victory last evening, defeating Finland.
Det går lite trögare. Han spelade upp en fart liksom. Ja.
So we see Nicholas Edin for Sweden.
Ingenting. Wow. Nej, ingenting. Med! Nej! Wow! Nej.
Hits and checks in. Probably does enough to cover the inside edge.
10-25. Ja. Ouais.
Geoffrey Vincent, the 23-year-old, not the oldest brother in the team, but makes a good hit and roll here. So that one hits on the nose and looks very much like it's going to be a blank first end. Geoffrey Vincent won't hesitate to hit that yellow stone.
Yeah, so pretty straightforward this one. So anywhere high side of nose. And it does enough, and it will be a blank first end.
So one end played here in draw 5. And it's France 0, Sweden 0.
You tell me when it's 1 minute, or can I go whenever now? What's that? Huh? No. No. Okay.
So into the second end of the 5th draw in the men's. And Nicholas Edin just indicating to Victor Schall he would like a guard. See France playing the red rocks, Sweden yellow. And we just found out that there'll be no time clocks in play in this game. There's been a bit of a power cut to the bench, and which means that no games in the arena will be on the time clocks.
So an afternoon off for the volunteers. But don't worry, we're sticking with you guys. So it doesn't quite manage to get that guard on the centre line. There's Boutudin. Throw to the wing here. Quite obvious that I don't think they want to mix things up too much with this Swedish team. Quite happy to keep the play in the open. And I wonder how patient Niklas will choose to be, whether he'll continually be drawn away from the centre to that stone, or whether he'll actually play the come around. I think that's what he's mulling over at the moment.
So he's thinking about another guard. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to throw another guard. So he's going a little bit aggressive. I mean, maybe we would have waited till the third end to have a go. But these guys are full-time curlers. So throw stones every day. In the gym pretty much every day also. So you've got to be pretty confident in your own ability if you're putting the practice in that these guys are.
Well, that's exactly where they wanted it. Nice shot there from Victor Schell. Looks like Geoffrey Vincent has called to split the rings here. Good call by the French skip. I don't think Niklas will be willing to play around the centres with 2 red stones already in the house.
Oh, plus. Plus.
So while this end is developing, we're going to nip over onto sheet E and see Czech Republic taking on Finland. And Finland yet to pick up a win. This looks like Martin Stittel with a chance to maybe draw for 2. Oh, just see that there. Looks like he's drawing against one. Has he done enough? I'm just having a check at this one. Must be very close.
Yeah.
Oh, Tommy Rantamaki wants a few looks at that one. I think we're going to have a measure there. Meanwhile, in our featured game.
And it was a score of 1 to Czech Republic. But the feature game, yeah. Nice hit and roll in behind.
Well, that was to follow a really poor draw from Vincent, slipping through the rings.
Here we see a single point going up on the board.
So here's Fredrik Lindberg. Going to try and play the freeze on this stone in behind the centre guard. It's a little bit hot, lots of curling to do here.
I think you take it round the back of it if it's a little hot.
It's coming down, Kenny. Oh, super shot. Well judged by Fredrik Lindberg. Plays the dead freeze.
So.
Oh. Je peux sticker un peu, je pense.
So Vincent asking for the double on the guards. And just drives that one back. And pushes the yellow in behind. So Sweden looking good for the steal.
Yeah, the angles on those guards are perfect for Sweden, as they are. No access to that yellow stone in the forefoot, so they're just going to try and protect those guards out front of the house.
Vi är där. Helt över, Viktor har den. Bara stanna över. Vi lite förbi kvasten. Bara över.
Ja, vi är där någonstans. Mellan kvasten och där du står.
Bara stanna.
Vi är där.
Bra. Bra, Stavanger.
Perfect guard there by Sebastian Kraup. Just over the hog line and guarding that red stone.
On joue par là, au pire si tu passes, on fait celle-là. Clearing.
Tough spot here for France.
On ouvre devant, si tu passes à côté, on fait celle-là. On ouvre devant.
Guillaume wants to come down and have a chat with his brother.
Il faut tirer fort, sinon tu restes pas simple. Je tire fort. De toute façon, ou sinon je vais taper derrière, mais je vais enlever que la jaune. Ouvre devant.
I think the call would be to just drive it straight back.
Ouais, on essaye. Quitte à ce que ça passe pas, je vais mettre une kettle.
Great stone positioning by Sweden.
Yeah, definitely, Kenny. It's not this top guard that's the problem. It's the two guards that's half checked underneath. So this one coming down with some venom. Ah, terrific shot. Gets one of the guards off. And he looks pumped for this one. Guillaume Vincent.
Yeah, still got a double guard there, really. So, and that one's still sitting top of the forefoot.
Yeah, really couldn't have done a lot more with that shot, though.
So, Sebastian Kraut with a chance now to redeem himself, to recover himself in glory at the first end. So, just trying to replace the guard. Does a nice job of that, and I've got to think France will continue to peel the guards.
Giving this one a little bit of a heave. Oh, went for a cheeky flick off the top one, but that's a huge mistake by France, and now Nicolas Edin will be trying to put France under even more pressure. Could throw a guard to cover the out-turn draw, or they could choose to try and wiggle another one in there somewhere. So options for Sweden.
Yeah, probably come right around it on the end turn, top of 8 foot. Don't want to slip back of the tee and give France an opportunity to play a freeze, so got to be cautious with this one.
Well, I think more than anything they need to take away this draw from Vincent. This is the one draw that could get Nicolas in trouble with his last, so if he can get one down there, even a guard on the end turn would cause considerable trouble for the French.
Det är så bra skott som möjligt. Vi har ju den där luckan, vi vill inte lägga någon tangering i luckan där. Ni ser den, jag lägger ut den så vi helst bara gömmer bakom cornern där, men kommer vi in så drar ner den på målstan. Okay.
So we will see if Nicolas Edin can put this one top of the 8 foot. Just
Linjen är helt lugn, den kan eka för fart.
needs to be cautious.
Eka för linje också.
Well, he certainly doesn't want to be heavy here. Ice does look quite slow out wide. Looked like I had plenty of running. Reared up quickly.
Kom igen!
So really nice draw there by Nicolas Edin. But has he left a port? I wonder.
Yeah, it looks like there is probably an out-turn or counterclockwise rotation takeout weight, but I think you've got to get quite close to the red guard on the centre line, Logan. I think there is quite a lot of curl down in there.
Yeah, he certainly would have to make shot anyway. Maybe that's down to how much weight you're actually throwing. It's not that big a port, really. You really need to thread it through there. So interesting to see what weight Van Song feels like he needs to throw to make this hit and roll onto the top of the button.
So maybe a little soft with that one, Logan.
Well, he's found his way through. But as you said, Kenny, over curls. Got a little bit too close to the corner guard.
Yeah, just didn't get a nice positive release on it. Does get through between the two guards, remove one of the yellows.
Well, I don't think there's a shot at the moment for France to score two. Certainly not a simple one. So now Nicholas just needs to work out what's the easiest shot for France to score one, and how can they make him play a harder one.
Bara täcka hans mjuka in där. Det kan ligga som en corner, vid corner där uppe egentligen. 10 i reklamen är bra. Okej. Ja.
$82.
Nära! Inte riktigt nära. Nära!
So just the guard going up here, trying to
Nära!
cut off this out-turn draw for Van Sol's last stone. And the line looking good here, so they're going to try and drag this one right in. And that shot doesn't really do a lot for me.
Yeah, it's a bit of a waste, really.
On est sur le côté, hein, on se méfie.
90, 95
90.
90.
Ouais, il a Dolly dans le rouge.
On m'en coupe déjà un.
Il n'y a qu'un shot pour eux.
Ouais.
Taking a look
Se méfie, on est sur le côté, les gars, on n'a pas beaucoup joué.
at the draw to the 1 foot. So final stone
75, 78.
for France.
On se méfie. 3. 3. Se méfie. 3. Sur le rouge, les gars, la vitesse.
Troopers are on this one now. Have they done enough to get this one in for shot? They haven't, and it will be a single point for Sweden. So after 2 ends, Sweden lead 1-0.
Elle passe à une rouge et elle s'arrête d'un coup. C'est arrêté. C'est pas compliqué, elle s'est arrêtée. C'est pas grave.
Hein?
Elle passe... Non mais 75, il dit qu'il la pousse. Le dolly au draw shot, on l'a en 85.
Han måste vänta på Jonny.
So, you're watching coverage of the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2013, coming to you live from the Sumark Arena, Stavanger, Norway. Feature game is France versus Sweden. Score is Sweden leading 1-0. And I'm Kenny Edwards. I'm joined by Logan Gray for this 5th round match. So once again, France not wanting to get involved. I've taken some abuse this week about the amount of shots they've conceded at times. So maybe just trying to keep it a little bit tighter. So just drawing the open side.
Ça restera pas devant, mais si on veut l'également, on le passe pas.
So as we take a look on Sheet B, Norway taking on Switzerland. Sven Mikkel looking for a nose hit from Thomas Overwood's red stone in the forefoot. And we come down, push it through, roll to the centre, and it will be a score of 2. And a nice early lead for Team Switzerland. Back with the feature game up. Victor Schall was asked for the draw around the guard. Just threw it a little heavy. Chance for France to split the rings. Get good separation between the 2 red stones.
Oh no! Cool!
This one looks pretty good. Get some level. No double there now. And a big mistake from Fredrik Lindberg. Just completely missing the red.
Oh, faut la prendre juste à l'oreille.
Yeah, I can tell you, he gave his water bottle a petulant little slap with his brush there. Clearly not happy with himself.
Are you a little surprised that they're peeling the centre guard here, Logan?
Yeah, I think it just shows the French team's mentality. Really want to play defensive and not get involved with Sweden. They did have a chance to go in and line 3 there with the last stone. But until Sweden can start to get their stones in the right spots with their setup shots, then France will be quite happy just to keep things tight.
So we're going to take a step over to Sheet E, and Czech Republic leading Finland. And you see Czech Republic sitting 2 stones. Finland looking for the tap back for the single. Tony Antila for Finland, looking for the nose.
Well, he's maybe even done better than that, Kenny. Makes the double, and beautiful shot by Tony Antila. Score of 2. from Finland. And 2 ends played there. Finland 2, Czech Republic 1.
Jatka on liekeissä, hyvä.
Yeah, so France still got a good chance of picking up 2 if they could just hit and stay with this.
Un peu plus faible peut-être. Attention. Ouais. Plus faible. Plus légère. Elle est plus légère.
And have they hung around? Pretty close. Nicholas is going to have a look at this one. Must be very close. Just looking at the overhead, it looks out, but is it a difficult angle? Nicholas just having a look.
Den är ute.
So Nicholas thinks it's out.
Normal så.
Curlhamnen ska jag säga.
Med.
Japp. Hårt på vilken om det blir någon.
Ja, det är bra. Bra där. Okej där.
Chercher, c'est bien aussi. Hein.
Je connais pas la glace.
Non, se cacher, ce que je dis.
Attention.
So France with a chance to maybe hit Roland behind the corner. Don't make it. Here we see Sebastian Kraut. He too having a look at the red stone out wide.
Spela fan bra där. Jag sätter min ganska aggressivt, alltså bra då. Så, ja, det var nog okej fart på min också tror jag. Ja. Har du fart på Sebbes?
Hade ingen fart på den.
Ja, typ normal.
Ja.
Det kan vara lite dyrt att rulla av så jag kan inte gå så jävla hårt för den. Men kommer curla där, tror jag.
Ja, det kommer jag tror jag.
Normal. Ja.
Yeah, not much excitement so far in this game. Set-up play just hasn't been quite right from Sweden so far. And France have shown that they're quite happy just to run with Sweden for as long as possible.
La ut den 3 meter senare, borta.
There was definitely a chance earlier in this end, Kenny, when France were already line 2, there was a centre guard on. They could well have drawn one around the centre guard and really put some pressure on Sweden, but France decided just to peel the guard. Don't like any yellow stones lying around.
Yeah, so it does make the hit. Nicholas again having a look at that outside red stone.
Svårt för honom att nolla också.
Precis, vilka dit så han inte kan nolla så lätt. Vilka fart? 8 så. Ja.
So clearly looks out there, but we're not directly over the top of that one.
kommer ända bakom den röda så är det ju bäst egentligen. Annars lägger han mitt emellan de två så han inte kan vicka höger för att fastna i egen liksom, han ska nolla. Ja. Ja. Igen. Ben. Ben. Japp. Japp. Hårt. Japp.
Checks to the side, and now the French guys are going to have a look.
Well, it's important for them to decide whether it's in or it's out. They're going to need to consult some extra advice from Butidan and Van Solon 3.
Yeah, don't want to really give up that last stone advantage against Swedish, because these French boys would come out in the third end and be under some serious attack from Nicolas Edin. I think he's just going to play the hit and run with this, Logan.
Whoa! Plus! Assurez!
But needs to catch something. Can't afford to drift right past. Just catches enough and tickles out of play.
And I think Team Sweden are going to be a little bit cheeky here and just pull the 6-foot measure on France. France will want to have blanked this third end. I don't think Sebe thinks he's in, but he knows he's been a little bit cheeky. But
jag vill ändå säga Bona också. Framförallt nu när han rullar av.
I have no idea what he just said. Sorry guys, I can't translate that one.
Hein? Quoi? Ah, tout le droit de 15 quoi. À peine. Moi j'ai cru qu'on touchait pas la jaune.
So here's the umpire. And will it hit? Oh, looks like it slides by comfortably. Okay, so the umpire just confirming that it was out and the third end's blanked. Here in draw 5, your featured game, Sweden and France. Sweden leading France by 1-0.
Fallait dire si tu croyais pas en nous. Entre-temps, il est temps de... Au début, j'ai cru qu'il tirait les dos. Entre-temps, il est temps de se dire... Pas mal, c'est bon. Allez, je sors. Ah si, mais légèrement.
Kalla inte riktigt upp förra, vill ha mindre is. Hade is här då.
Okay, so again the centre guard is going to go up here from Sweden, and I'm sure we're going to see Geoffrey Vanson playing some funny curling and drawing the wing. Surely a tactic that teams use when they want to blank the end.
Ouais, là-bas, là. Ouais, là. Ouais, on attaque là.
Yeah, as I was saying, France been on the receiving end of some heavy defeats this week. So maybe just taking things easy.
Yeah, Geoffrey Vincent suggesting that they might try something a little bit different there and pushing the garden test, maybe rolling to a corner, but he got reeled in by his team and told, stick to the game plan, Geoffrey.
Oh! Whoa! Ouais, c'est bon, c'est bon, ouais, c'est bon, ouais. C'est bon.
So again, Niklas is going to ignore that and choosing to come into the house this time. Victor Schell playing 90% so far this week. Super stats from a super lead. That being said, the line is not good here. Passing the guard pretty comfortably.
Okej. Är 8 rak eller?
Alltså jag tror den är det. Inte varit nära någon gång.
På garden sist i och för sig, men eller så är det bara att det går jävligt rakt om man kommer ut mot 12-man där.
Du lägger ju på den mer den här.
Ja, jo, men.
So maybe just a little discussion there between Niklas and the rest of the team on that stone. If they don't manage to get their stones in the right position with the lead, then they're going to find themselves facing a lot of red granite in the house. Frederick Butudan just playing 74% at lead so far this week. I think it might actually be worth Kenny Niklas throwing these centre guards a little bit longer. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. And then I think Nicholas might get a little bit impatient at some point and come around one of the centre guards.
Yeah, I just think that he's putting a lot of pressure on Victor to make a really tough second stone in the end. They're clearly going to have to ignore the French stones if they want to get anything going. And they keep drawing to the wing like this.
Okay.
Well, again, France turning down the opportunity to go into the house and lie to. They're just quite happy to keep the guards away. Seems to be the game plan. Some suspect looking sweep in here.
Yeah, kind of slapping on the ice. It's something you maybe come to see in the B division.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't in front of the stone anyway, whatever he was doing. Frederick Lundberg, one of the better sweepers in the business, 86% tournament accuracy.
Hein? Il voulait me faire jouer une garde. Là où là? Guillaume? Là où là-bas? Là-bas? Ouais. Là, centre.
That's something that is pretty good about the championships this year, Logan. The B division and the A division are in this fantastic arena, being played at the same time. So we have had a chance to have a look at some of the curling in the B arena. And I think in the men's side of the game there is quite a gulf between the A and the B division, but maybe not so much in the women's side. As we see, disastrous shot there, just couldn't even hit the paint. You'll be familiar with that type of shot, Logan, are you?
Yeah, I normally save it for when I'm drawn against three, but but just go back to your comments about the B division. I think the introduction of the C division has been really welcome, and when you go through there and look at the quality of play, there's not a lot between the teams through there these days. There's no easy games. A lot of the kind of newer curling nations are really developing, and starting to play some good stuff, starting to get a better knowledge of the game. Of course, more experience at this level too. So I'd say the B division is starting to narrow the gap with the A division. But still there's a huge gap between the best teams in the B and the best teams in the A. And I don't think that's really going to change anytime soon. Same in the women's, the kind of top 3 or 4 teams are miles and miles ahead of the B group. Anyway, this French team has some work to do this week if they don't want to end up back in the B group this week. They're going to have to take some chances at some point. I can't see them staying in the game if they continue to do this against Niklas. At some point he's going to tighten things up and he's going to take a couple of shots off them.
Yeah, Niklas Edin just wants that last stone advantage to really attack this game. That's exactly what France are trying to prevent.
Nästan bak 8 är bättre. Lägg den långt bak i rabatten. Så att den kan hinna curla för. Ja. Kör. Längre. Ja, bakåt.
So do you just draw the corner there out to the tee line. And Niklas just going to play the peel at this. This won't be hanging about. He's already down there. His tournament actually 79%, a little bit lower than he would have liked. Has suffered 2 defeats. And the reason he wanted that one away is so France wouldn't have the chance to do this, which is corner freeze it.
Yeah, maybe just rush that one a little bit. Although I wouldn't be too concerned if I was Niklas right now. I think he knows that this French team probably isn't technically the best, and you would expect them to probably miss one of these hit rolls out at some point and they'll get the last stone advantage back. Geoffrey Vincent playing a miserable 61% so far this week.
On arrive sur le côté, on se méfie, hein. Ouais. Allez les gars, faut que ça monte. Allez les gars, fort. Encore. Allez les gars, encore. Allez, encore.
Well,
allez, encore, faut que ça monte.
I said we'd probably get a miss from Geoffrey Vincent. He was thinking with his last stone. That is the cardinal sin really when you're drawing the house with the last stone. You cannot come up short.
Yeah, so I think we'll see Niklas try and get around that red.
Den första var ju på vitt. Den första var ju på vitt någonstans. Det var den som var lite mjukare på klockan också.
Nej, det var 75, det var den andra.
Okay.
76.
Intern for Niklas.
Vänta, curla.
Lots of ice with this. Don't want to chip the red in.
Vänta så länge du kan. Bara på slutet. Ja, dra nu, långt ner.
Working this one now. Trying to get it to curl.
Hårt!
It does screw over at the end. And it's pretty much buried.
Moitié. 12-0. 0-12.
You see, Fisson will say about 3/4 stone. It's the final stone of the fourth end.
Oh, large. 12 plus. Large. Attention. Jamais.
Line looking pretty good.
Jamais. Oh bah, je sais pas.
Has he got a piece? He hasn't. And that was the mistake that Nicholas Edin and Sweden were waiting for. And from nothing, Sweden extend their lead to 2. You see this one coming down. And just slipping past the back yellow. You can see the disappointment.
Yeah, 4 ends played here in draw 5. Sweden leading France by 2 shots to 0.
So there, as we said, there's no time clocks in this this session, so I don't really see the point in the umpire holding the show up. It's probably going to overrun now.
Bra linje.
Ja, det är 19. Ja.
Va? Nej.
Men, kalla lite, kalla. Kom igen.
Bra, bra så.
So, will France through the corner guard this time, Logan, or will they elect to go in again?
Well, I really hope they're not drawing the wing here, Kenny. Just looks like damage limitation the whole time so far. Well, his tapping is brushing the house.
Yeah, so just through the corner. Now Nicholas has got a chance to gamble a little by going around the centre, because he's got that 2-shot advantage. If he gives up a 2, he would get last stone. So we're going to have a look at Russia-Denmark. Rasmus Sterna, great week so far, 4-0. Looking for the 8 foot for 2 to level the game. This, is it going to pull up in time?
Yes.
Yes, it is, and it will be 2-2 after 4 ends over on sheet A.
Hvad klikker du? Nej, den er meget hurtigere den. Men jeg tror til England, at jeg spillet 85 over den anden side, så skulle jeg bare den hele vejen.
Yeah, must-win game there for Russia if they want to stay in contention for the playoffs.
Faut meilleur que nous dans le petit jeu.
So interestingly, Nicholas throwing the centre guard there. It's a very strange end so far. Nicholas 2 up, throwing a double centre, and France drawing the wing twice. what's going on.
Yes, I think they maybe need a tactics book of Hammy McMillan for Christmas.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think we'd be already on the 7th end by now. Okay, so 2 really nice draws there by Butudan. Nicholas choosing to ignore both of them. And you did say, Kenny, would we see Nicholas be a little bit impatient? He could well be here.
Yeah, and catches the guard. That one just swinging too much.
So now a chance for France to lie 3. Oh man. Who's winning this game, Kenny?
Certainly not the fans.
Oh dear. I hope the B group isn't following this game too closely. They'll get confused.
Yeah.
A chance to lie 3 with the last stone, you have to take it.
Mais s'il non, mais s'il loupe son N, il prend 4.
Ouais, mais faut qu'on ouvre.
Non, mais s'il loupe son N, il prend 4.
Un game, faut ouvrir. Faut ouvrir, je te jure que celle-là, elle est pas dangereuse. On a 2 shots, elle ne rien du tout, celle-là, faut l'ouvrir là.
Ouais, mais si on ouvre, il tire, il y a 2 jaunes et 1 rouge.
Le jeu, il est serré. Si à chaque fois, on a la possibilité de marquer 2.
En plus,
on va pas lui laisser une maison.
En plus, il y a le compte là-bas.
Non, tu la prends là.
Ouais, non, mais si tu la loupes, tu vas dessus.
Là, tu la loupes, c'est pareil, tu restes là et puis c'est lui qui prend. Et puis on en a 3.
Eh bah, t'es là, il veut faire quoi?
Non, faut ouvrir.
I think the straightforward call here, Logan, is just to play the draw around.
Non, faut virer la garde. Au pire, il fait quoi lui après une fois qu'il n'y a plus de garde?
I think I'd be tempted to play the takeout on the stone just laid by Frederick Lindberg. Open up the out-turn side of the sheet. You can lie 3 off that. This is bananas. Nothing short of bananas.
This is unorthodox, let's say.
Oh, what? What? Pull, les gars, pull it!
It's a good shot, though.
Yeah, well, as far as shot execution goes, they're playing a really good end. As far as tactical calls, then I think you're playing 0% on that. 100% on execution of the shots and 0% on calling the right shots. Bizarre.
Yeah, as we said, these guys haven't got a lot of experience at the top level.
I think there's a genuine fear factor now in this French team after some huge losses to start the week. Now up against the European and World Champions. And just scared to really embarrass themselves, I think.
Yeah, I think you just need to realise that it doesn't matter if you win by 1 or 10 or 15. You still win. If you lose by 1 or 5 or whatever, you still lose. So ends and shots doesn't count at this championship. It only matters about the W and the board.
Et puis alors?
So Sebastian Kraup. Trying to make the roll behind the centres here. And a good shot there by Kraup. Somehow France have managed to work an opportunity for a multiple score here in the 5th end. Definitely playing the frustrating game in the first half of this matchup.
I certainly think we will get a few more mistakes out of this young French team.
Chps flicks the top one. and makes the hit and roll in behind that stone at the front of the rings.
And just had a look down and seen Victor Schultz shaking his head. I don't think he can quite believe what happened there. And you see this one over curling, clips the top one, straightens itself up onto the back yellow, and then rolls in behind for a bit of cover.
Beautiful. No pictures in the scorecard. Kenny, you'll come up against this from time to time, maybe playing against a weaker opposition. Does it get to you?
It does sometimes, and you do make a few rash decisions. You just got to concentrate and say, look, you are the better team. You've got 10 ends to win the game. You don't need to win it in the first 5.
Whoa, nee. Whoa, nee.
Ta den.
Nee, whoa.
Helt upp, det är kjapp.
Hits, and it does make the run back, as we are going to take a look live on sheet D, and it looks like Latvia have a nose hit for 3.
Yeah, super chance here for Reitberg Gulbis. Just needs to make a nose hit, and he looks pretty close. Oh, actually, over curls and only gets the 2. But nice shot there by Gulbis. Just screwing his face up there a little bit. Definitely feels like there was an opportunity for a bigger score. But Latvia taking the lead after 4 ends against Scotland. Both these teams on a Desmond 2-2 in the standings. 3-2 there. Meanwhile, France have hit and rolled out in their featured game against Sweden. We might get a blank end here yet.
Yeah, at worst, Sweden would probably lose 2 here. But they would have last stone advantage. I think that's what Nicholas will be thinking at half-time. Look, if we do give up 2, we would retain the hammer. So maybe just overthrown this one, has he? No, manages to pick the red. But the guard is out front.
So,
le mieux c'est là.
Well, it looks like France do have an interest in scoring 2 in this.
Non mais tu vois ce que je veux dire.
They could just draw the open side here and blank. That's kind of the way they've been playing the whole end, as if they were trying to blank. But there's this tight yellow guard for them to try and come around. And it was Vansson that made the mistakes in the last end that led to a steal for Sweden. And for me, Sweden just need to keep their composure at the moment. I think they just need to ignore who they're actually playing against and play the shots that they would normally play against, say, Norway or Scotland. Pretty frantic encouragement. A little bit lucky not to push that guard into the house.
Yeah, so I think what they'll do here is try and hit and sit on the yellow on the right, which should make it really hard for France to blank the end.
Oh, Nicholas just wants a little look at this one before he plays it. Let's see what he needs to hit. They're going to try and hit that redstone, roll over towards the bottom side of that yellow and kind of slide through to hide behind the red guard just beside Nicholas there. That's the option they're going for.
Nu toppar Niklas.
Med!
Ben.
Wow! Ja! Ja! Ja!
Nu konta!
Looks pretty close. Terrific shot here by Niklas. Hits it a little bit thick, maybe the second one. But still a great attempt.
12 ou Cléry?
Yeah, let's see if Skip can end his corner now. He's already tried to blank
Complète.
in
Si tu la prends
second end.
2 tiers, c'est
Completely missed
un
it.
peu plus fort, je l'assure, tu mets un peu moins de glace. Non, non, c'est soit on joue 12, soit on joue clearing. Joue 12. Alors 12, c'est plus de glace. Hein. T'es fou, quoi, c'est ça. Non, non, je mettrai ça. Pour pas rester, c'est ça. Faut pas rester, hein. Ok.
Well, he's taking a lot of ice here.
Ça colle moins comme ça, Guillaume. Ça colle moins comme ça que comme ça.
Vitesse. 12. J'hésite à jouer clearing parce qu'il y a le contre derrière, mais... Contre derrière, c'est bien un fou. Elle est loin, le contre derrière. Elle est loin.
Ouais, mais avec... vu qu'il faut qu'on sorte avec, on joue 0. Fais-en un peu moins, s'il te plaît. Hein? Un peu moins, s'il te plaît.
Yeah, just tightening it up a little bit now. Going to make sure to catch something.
Still looks like an enormous amount of ice for appeal.
Ouais, ouais! Whoa! 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 Ouais, ouais! Ouais, ouais! Fort, les gars, fort!
Those hit written all over it. So clearly should have stuck with the original ice.
Force de réduire la glace pour réduire la
It's
glace.
a score of 1 in the 5th end.
Réduire la
Got to
glace
say one
pour
of
réduire la
the
glace, c'est
oddest ends of curling I think I've ever commentated on. But it's all smiles just now. I think Sebastian Kraup's just as confused as we are as to what's going on out there. But at half-time, Sweden are leading France by 2 shots to 1.
Vi måste spela hemma i elitserien. Vänta, säger jag. Det hade också.
So let's see how we got here at the second end. Vincent Joffrey just had to cut the 4 really to score 1. Just a little bit short of running, and Butudan and Vincent couldn't drag that one down. Steal of 1 for Sweden and a 1-0 lead. Then in the 4th end, a draw to the house from Joffrey. Comes up short once again, leaves a guard. Niklas Edin comes around and hides partially. And Vincent Joffrey can't remove it to blank the end. Another steal for Sweden. 2-0 Sweden.
Ah, j'ai vu, Guillaume. T'es à peine plus fort. Ouais, plus fort, c'est t'es plus fort aussi.
And after 5 ends, it's Sweden 2, France 1.
Känns isen då, jämfört med andra som tidigare?
Lite trögare kanske, men inte fixad. Mellanting.
So just while our feature game teams enjoy some half-time refreshments, here's Toni Anttila of Finland. Throws last stones. Currently trailing by 3 shots to 2 against the Czech Republic. And Finnish sweepers really giving this one a good go against 4 red counters. And Toni Anttila seems to be on form today. A really nice double in the second end. And a super draw to the 1 foot. And after 4 ends there, tied game. Finland 3, Czech Republic 3. Elsewhere on the ice, Scotland and Latvia. Scotland trailing by 3 shots to 2. Switzerland leading Norway by 3 shots to 1. And Denmark leading Russia by 3 shots to 2.
À chaque fois, tu vois, je remets un, et à chaque fois, je leur dis, on vient là.
il faut écarter. Moi, au bout d'un moment, il va falloir attaquer. Donc c'est pas un jeu contre des grosses maisons et ainsi de suite.
Lui, maintenant, il va vouloir à chaque fois venir derrière, il va vouloir se marquer. Son équipe,
Il manque des maisons.
De
De toute manière, là, je vais en mettre une force à ça.
Upp med en corner. Vad de ändå takear de behöver göra är ju öppna chapp på kanten eller skjutningar i mitten. Så det blir ju enklast möjliga för dem hela tiden.
Det är gott om tid i alla fall.
Och de håller matchen jämnt.
Here's the stats. France playing 76% against Sweden's 85. 2 stolen points, that's the difference here. I've got to say 76% when there's no stones in play is not the best shooting. Definitely expect to see teams up in the 80s. So Lionel Roux spending some time with Geoffrey Vincent, just discussing some strategy. And what sort of things do you think, Kenny, that what sort of wisdom do you think he was sharing with them?
Well, I think for one would be let's try and win this game. Let's not just try and keep it tight. Maybe not try and draw the open side. Maybe try and get some corner guards in play.
Yeah, they've definitely set out to frustrate Nicholas Dean this afternoon. And I'd say I think they're doing a pretty good job of that. But they need to push the button a little bit here. Frederic Boutoudin having a good game, playing 90% the lead. Doing a really good job of drawing the wings so far today.
Yeah, he's pretty much done what was asked of him, so can't really complain about the way he's played. Puts a nice tight guard up. And straight away, Nicholas calling for the corner guard.
Yeah, I've got to say it's clear that the French team have set out to really frustrate the Swedish and keep it a tight game. And if you look at the scoreboard, they've done a good job of that there. Only trailing by 1, kept it reasonably tight. But at the same time, they've had some glorious chances to put Sweden under pressure. Sometimes lie 3 with the hammer, and they've just turned them down every single time. So need to be a little bit more aggressive, and could do with maybe a little bit more accuracy from Geoffrey Vincent with the final stones, and they could still make a game of this.
La même qu'avant. Doli. Elle va se cacher toute seule. Oh, elle va se cacher toute seule, arrête.
Well, another terrific draw here from Boutoudin. Does just slip past the T-line.
Yeah, so Frederic, Victor Schall will be asked to just come along and draw up against the face of this red stone in the 1 foot. Just pulling up a little short though.
Well, the only obvious shot would be just to throw a draw down to the inside of the nose on that yellow. Vincent Joffre calling probably a little bit more difficult shot, calling the hack weight takeout, but it's made it clear that he doesn't want to see yellow stones lying around. Rodolphe Vincent playing 78% in this game.
Oh, bit of frantic sweeping going on there. Out with the persuaders. Gets it past the top guard, but loses the back red also. I think he's going to win the Movember competition.
I think he might have to get rid of some facial hair to actually take part though first, Kenny. I see your attempts not coming along very well.
No, I think the wind blew it off.
So here's Fredrik Lindberg. Will he stick on the wing? Will do.
Il y en a une deuxième. Le jeu il est là. Ah, je remets derrière aussi. Il y a deux gars. Qu'est-ce qu'on joue?
So Joffre Vincent looks a little bit lost out there at the moment. Doesn't really know what to do. Obviously playing a game plan that he's not used to.
Vitesse. Dans ligne, juste la ligne. 3. Attention ligne. Plus. Vitesse. 3. Méfie. Ça ralentit. 3. Juste la ligne. 3.
This one's going to hang around for short stone, but really not in a position that's going to trouble Sweden too much.
Yeah, I think that's the danger stone, the one that's just short of the house.
Yeah, I think it's a smart call from the class. You can't really see France throwing a guard on that red stone at the back of the house, so if they peel the guard, they can even roll to a corner guard, and then all of a sudden the play goes round the corners, so it's a good option. As I say that, he changes his mind and going for the draw.
I think this is maybe just a impatience and the frustration that France have put on.
Yeah, well, absolutely, Kenny. I can't see Nicholas calling a lot of these shots if he was playing against a Norway or a Scotland or a Denmark. I think it's really trying to force the issue a little bit too much rather than just controlling the scoreboard, controlling the game.
Ouais. Tu préfères venir là ou on tire? Moi je viens là au pire, si on est long on la pousse. C'est pas le même jeu parce que si tu la pousses tu vas être là. Hein. 16. On peut pas se cacher. C'est pas possible. C'est pas possible. C'est pas possible. On peut pas. Freeze. C'est mon premier dolly. 90. Ouais, 95. Vitesse. Rapide. 3, 4. Oh. Ça ralentit. Oh, jamais. 4.
So this one
4. Ah, la pas de change de carte.
was asked for a draw, but the soft handle has come off.
La blague. Bon, elle est là, mais la blague.
And there we see Nicholas Edin now with a great chance to get another one in, right in on top.
Sebastian Kraub having a much better game than last evening, playing 85% today. Much more like it.
Linjen är okej.
Linjen är perfekt.
Vi frys på egen fortfarande.
Nej, klara inte komma ända ner. Perfekt linje. Bara stanna. Fortfarande frys.
It's looking pretty sweet.
Bara stanna. Sitt då.
Bra, perfekt.
It's good there. Maybe a foot too far, but makes things difficult.
So trouble brewing here for France.
Carreau sur la rouge, on revient là. Un peu en bas.
Allez, carreau sur la rouge.
Carreau un peu bas, c'est mieux. Ça chope la jaune un peu sur le haut, ça l'autre jaune elle dégage. Vitesse.
Clearing.
Guillaume Vincent playing 73%. Smashed this guard back. Halfway overswept it.
They have.
You could hear some frustration there from Guillaume. And they've left a guard on it as well, so big mistake there. So now, do you go around the corner? They could maybe come around the yellow corner guard on the out turn and lie in a good spot, but maybe that could get in the way if France play a takeout on the yellow stone in the button. Other options, they could draw around that red guard, or they could hit the winger. Might even bring 4 into play. Looks like they've settled on the draw around this tight guard.
Yeah, probably just going to put this one in top of the 12, so if he did play the hit in it, it could go back on the red out wide.
Now we're going to see the power of Lindberg and Shell. I've got to say, finds a pretty good spot there.
Yeah, maybe just over curls a foot or so.
Jag drev lite inåt. Så jag bara spinna kvar. Alltså typ på den här där är ju ändå 6 fot nästan. Kommer ju driver lite så här balliga kvar sen.
So France just weighing this one up, certainly in a lot of trouble. Maybe forced to throw a freeze or some sort of run. So here is Thomas Ulsrud of Norway, 5th end, trailing by 2 against Michael of Switzerland. Looks like a straightforward shot to score 2. Just needs to make the hit and stick on this stone in the button. You see a lot of curl as the stone crosses the centre line. Super shot by Thomas Ulsrud. And after 5 ends, it's all tied up. Norway 3, Switzerland 3.
Yeah, back with the feature game. France and Sweden. I think France are as confused as a cow in AstroTurf. Just don't really know what to do.
C'est le jeu. Dans ce cas-là, autant la jouer là.
Non, parce que là, t'as le contre, sûr.
So Sweden playing yellow, France red, and
Moi, je pense.
he's looking for the circus shot now.
Ça bouge pas? Faut la prendre moitié là.
T'as vu la tienne, elle a pratiquement pas bougé.
Moi, je mettrais ça pour la prendre moitié.
Mais j'ai à peine moins quand même.
Bah là, elle est parfaite si tu la prends comme ça.
Mais j'ai à peine moins. Clearing, parce que le problème du dolly, c'est qu'avec avec la pierre jaune qui est à droite, je vais trop curler, je vais pas pouvoir rentrer au dolly, je vais toucher la jaune. Là, ça fait beaucoup quand même. Ça passerait presque de l'île.
So I think it's just as well that the time clocks aren't working today. Vanson spending a lot of time over the most basic calls. Certainly not messing around with this one. Trying to send this one down with a vapor trail. Can he get a couple of these yellows moving? Oh, he can't. Oh, he can't. He just squeezes one. Thought he was going to catch on the yellows and stick 3 around.
Han får ju en trippel ganska enkelt, men det känns som att...
Ja, vi vill göra den här då. Att det är jobbigt i hålet.
Nej, jag håller med. Kanske inte behöver vicka in eller någonting, bara ligga kvar här ute. Chps är väl den svåraste dubbeln han har här. Bara han dubblar dem sen, men...
Eller så drar vi...
Yeah, I think the safe call would be to
klippar han bara en. Jag gillar
hit the high one.
Ifall han slår på det där, då kan man få en öppen chap för 3 eller 4 sen. Ifall han slår och la på den sidan.
Jag tycker den är ganska bra.
Ja, du får ju dubbel i och för sig också.
Chapp eller?
Ja, det kan jag ofta så.
Få en trippel, men...
Ganska rak, kör lite från hogg och in, ska jag tro.
Lite poäng. Han sätter chappen och han sätter bara vikten ut så får han poäng för 2 eller vad.
8 och så chappar han.
Okay, so this turned into a nice opportunity for Sweden. They're going to remove this red stone and hope that maybe they can bring a big score into play with a mistake from Vanson. With a good takeout here, they would be lying probably 1, 2, 3 and 5.
Yeah, this is beginning to look rather dangerous for the French.
Vänta. Sent! Nej. Sent! Ja!
I think he's maybe looking for a check across.
Could well have set up a triple here.
I think he has, Logan. He really needed to get that right away in behind the yellows.
Maybe even a quad, Kenny. Might be able to get them all going here.
Hein?
Disaster.
Non, faut pas la... si tu la prends en haut. Vitesse. 10.
Important for Sweden just to keep their emotions in check here.
Même vitesse qu'avant. Mais juste la bonne glace, c'est tout. Mais avant, t'étais bon Clérine, t'étais dans Scud.
So the Vanson boys having a look at this one. Some people just asking where Thomas Dufour is this week, the familiar face for France over the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 years. Well, he didn't qualify for the event to represent France. He lost the semi-finals at the National Championships. I believe they were playing with a restricted lineup, maybe even 3 players at times. But they will be back representing France in Fussen at the Olympic qualifiers in just a couple of weeks' time. This is Geoffrey Vanson. Only playing 57% today. Let's see how many he can get moving here. Super shot by Geoffrey Vanson.
Yeah, but probably left Nicolas Edin with a straightforward nose hit for 2. I think the French guys are quite happy with that. And bizarrely, they're about to go 4-1 down.
Là, on a pris encore à peine 3 carreaux.
Ouais, ça touche la rouge, c'est ce que je dis.
Yeah, super shot there. So, full concentration required here from Nicolas. Despite it looking like it could have been a big end, still have a straightforward shot for 2. Don't think you'll see Nicolas miss too many of these. Just to be careful with the jam. Sneaks it past the back one. And it is a score of 2 in the 6th end. Slowly but surely Sweden are creeping away from France. And after 6 ends, it's reigning champion Nicolas Edin leading France by 4 shots to 1.
Un peu trop en bas, tu restes pas et tu peux rester une zone au milieu. Donc t'attends. Là, c'est moi, c'est bon. 2.
Il y a 3 jaunes.
Il y a 3 points.
On attaque un peu plus. Tranquillement.
Tranquillement, mais c'est ça de monter des grosses baraques. On marque 2, il y a 1 point. Hein. Ça sert à rien de monter des grosses baraques de dingue. Hein. On garde ça pour la fin. Hein. On est sûr qu'on sera sûr d'avoir perdu.
Pour l'instant, on n'est pas ridicule.
Non, non.
Moi, je te montre pas plus.
Non, non, ça se passe bien. John sort un beau tir.
Franchement, si on fait le vol, si on vole, c'est nickel.
Sur celle-là, là?
Dans le match.
Ah.
Ouais, ça s'appellerait du vol. Ouais.
Non, quoi?
Nära just nu.
Ja, kör. Ja, men kör.
So I don't think we'll see Sweden muck about too much now. Oh, they've actually come up short in the rings here. Sweden would definitely have wanted that one to be in the house, but I don't think we'll see France drawing the wing this time. Now trailing by 3. Just to come around the centre guard. Just a reminder that there is no time clocks in this draw. They were all set and ready to go, and they suffered a power cut, so nice afternoon off for the volunteers who are working so hard this week under the guidance of Harold Forrester, chief timer.
Vitesse. Vitesse, seulement vitesse. Vite.
And another good draw here by Butudan. He's having a really good game. Seems to have his weight down to a T, so to speak.
Yeah, he's had a really steady game. He's not done much wrong at all.
Ni har det, titta upp. Linjen är perfekt.
Oh, det känns jättelångt.
Linjen är helt perfekt. Det är bra. Bra.
Victor Schall just corner freezes the red.
Fan vad defensiva de är. Ja, de har ju dragit kanten.
Ja, c'est parfait.
La main, Fred.
So look for France will probably just look to come round in and sit on top of the red again.
Oh! Juste la ligne! Appelle-moi! Appelle-moi!
Vitesse.
Un petit peu moins! Un petit peu moins! Blanc!
Jamais.
La ligne! Blanc!
Ouais.
Blanc!
Oh.
Joué!
So over on sheet E, Czech Republic taking on Finland, all tied at 3 each. Martin Schneidl. Looking for
3 yellow. 3 red.
draw.
Jag kan sticka den där bara.
It was easily made.
Jag tror det.
They now lead 6-3 over in that one.
Yeah, Iji still not back on the ice today after 3 straight losses to start the week. Brother Martin managed to defeat Russia last night. So sticking with that lineup against Finland, and Fredrik Lindberg doesn't manage to spray both of the reds, but still leaves it in a useful position.
En fond de jeu, hein! 12! En fond de jeu!
Si on tape carreau là, on vient là.
Il y a le contre!
Pourquoi on vient pas là?
Comme tu veux!
You'd think you'd just throw a guard or
Joli.
I don't think there really is a need to come in with this one so early in the end, Logan.
90.
I think if they could get one over there and freeze the stone behind the corner guard, it'd be a pretty good shot, but this one has a long way to curl. Rudolph has really laid this one up the hill a little bit.
Ça veut rien. Laisse-la tomber, Joe. Ça sert à rien, ça fait carreau après.
So, you do have one in on the button. I think Nicklaus will just play the hit and run with this. Fredrik Lindberg.
Avrull just nu. Ja, det är avrull. Det är bra. Bra spel.
So accurate with the takeouts.
Bra spel. Lite dryg normal är det. Je préfère que tu sois là.
I don't think a freeze is a good option this time.
Allez, non. Juste à peine, non.
No, certainly not.
Tu fais 3 secondes, c'est parfait.
Il n'y avait pas beaucoup plus, non.
So difficult to get the stone in a good spot, not to set up a big weight takeout from Sweden to remove both reds.
La même.
Ok.
To cover that yellow that's short of the house, really.
Lignée serrée,
Il n'y a pas besoin de balayage.
Pas besoin de balayage. Faut jamais.
Vitesse.
Dolly.
Ça peut choquer la jaune, c'est mieux.
Ça choque la jaune.
Looks like this is drifting a little bit too far.
Je suis au balai.
Have they set up a slash double?
Bien joué.
I think they have.
Lite insida, vicka in i den här. Bara peta undan den lite.
But I don't think Nicklaus is going to go for it. But while they're doing that, we're going to take a look at Norway, Switzerland. Sven Mikkel facing 4 Norwegian shots.
3/4, 2/3 insida.
Looking for a hit and stick. This one in the forefoot. This one curling hard now. And hits. And is it going to hang around? It's not, and it's going to be 3 shots to Norway. So from a commanding position, Switzerland now trail Norway 6-3.
Oh, that's such a gift from Sven Mikkel to the home nation. I don't think Thomas Hill should quite believe it. Just always think there's sometimes slight question marks over Sven Mikkel and his temperament, his ability to perform that final shot under pressure. No doubt it's a fantastic team though. And Sebastian Crouch played a fantastic takeout here to put that yellow at the top of the button in a really strong position for Sweden.
Dolly. Si je suis à peine long, on pousse la jaune juste pour qu'elle soit en compte derrière.
Ça marche. 90, hein, c'est bon.
So I think the call was just to corner freeze this yellow top of the button.
4, 4, 3. Jamais. 3.
Jamais. Laisse-la mourir.
Ça ralentit.
Laisse-la mourir. Faut qu'elle pousse la jaune, hein.
Pretty good.
Oh, t'en fais pas, elle la pousse.
And again, nose hit, you'd move all 3.
3, hein. Dommage, t'es à peine large, elle est belle, hein.
sida, peta undan den dit!
Bara kolla. Jag vill bara se om den...
Helt laddad, så allting chapp eller insida så länge du nuddar den så går den ut i alla fall. Med clearing. Nästan bäst att trycka undan den där tycker jag. Få ut den dit, ligga de där två. Dubbla in.
So Scotland Latvia here is Rivar Gulbis with his final stone facing two Scottish counters.
Whoa, Fions balls! Prata med så Osmanik.
Just needs to really be fully in the 8-foot circle to count 1 in the 6th here. And Supers seem to have this one under control. It's going to drift down into the 4-foot circle. Super draw from Gulbis. And a tie game. Scotland and Latvia 4 apiece, 2 wins apiece, and all to play for. Back in our featured game, if you've just joined us, that's Sebastian Krupp of Sweden. Sending down the big weight, trying to spin some red granite around here. Terrific shot. Really lined it up for him, but gets a really good shooter as well. A little scratch of the head from Geoffrey Vincent.
I don't think he was scratching his head. I think he was just trying to say play the big weight.
Hein? Clearing. Clearing. On joue comme ça, Clearing. Si on reste en haut.
I think if I was him, I would be scratching my head though. Wondering how they're going to get back into this game.
Oh, what a handle on this one from Rodolphe.
Stop!
And manages to make a double. Pretty good position there.
Vaut mieux que je sois en bas.
I don't think we'll see too much messing around from Nicolas here.
Yeah, I think it'll just be controlled takeout onto the nose. Maybe a little check to the right as we look at the overhead.
On s'en fout de faire les 3 si elle contre. On peut en mettre 2. Hein. Il y a plus de chances qu'avec un contre.
Sätter jag chappen och tickar den andra så kan den nästan ta ut den på kanten mycket. Okay. En touch mindre.
Nicolas Dean 94% on 8 hits. Super stats. And just taking a little bit less ice in this one. No points for hitting this one on the high side. And it's got a lot of curling to do at the moment.
Med att ta ut den på kanten. Ingenting. Med lite. Japp.
Well, not exactly how he called it, but gets a nice result. To be fair, as long as he really got that redstone out of the house, he was always going to be in reasonable shape here.
So would you maybe have attempted just to play the draw with this one to the 4-foot?
Yeah, it's definitely an option, Kenny. It looks like you're going to get forced to the one anyway. Even if you make a good hit and roll here, it's just a short run for Nicolas. So yeah, I'd say that's a very fair suggestion. Good, sir.
Either way, Nicolas Dean's so accurate at playing the takeouts and the run backs. You can expect he's going to make one.
Jamais.
Je l'ai assuré ou pas? Tu la montes, je crois. Il est un petit peu assuré ou il est monté? Un petit peu assuré, je pense que les deux, je crois.
Varför sätta chapp?
Han har inte dragit någonting nästan.
Nej, det kan vi låta dra i.
Ja, då chappar vi.
Kan jag lika gärna
Fan slår den om man vill.
Ja, exakt.
Normal här ute.
Ja.
Vad chappar där ute. Normal. Var det normal när jag hade på kanten eller var det 9-0? Innan den.
Den som du skulle spela 8 här nere?
Ja.
Den var 9-0.
Okej.
Nej, som du spelade nu var 9.
Okej.
Samma som förra. Kanske lite mjukare.
Ja. Rent, rent. Wow.
Nicholas just looking for
Rent.
hit and stick.
Rent. Bara det. Ingenting.
Force France into
10 eller?
a single point.
Han tappar i fart. Jag tycker jag spelar
Just going to ignore these 2 stones, which is the right call.
Men sen kanske var lite mindre.
Just draw the 8 foot.
Ja, då.
Skips really should be able to do this day in, day out.
Le blanc, ça suffit, les gars. Ça marche. Prends un 15. Prends un 10, ça suffit. 90-95.
So there's a big difference.
Vitesse.
Kofi Vincent,
Rapide, 3. On est sur le côté.
25%.
Y'a plus. On est sur le côté.
Joint game.
Un peu plus. On est sur le côté.
Yeah, it's been a little bit light on occasion.
3.
The Super's just calling that it might be a little bit heavy.
Merci.
A little bit at most. Just slips past the T-line, but good enough to score 1 and keep France alive in this 5th round matchup. When we return for the 8th end, it will be Sweden 4, France 2, and Sweden will have the last stone in the 8th.
Loupé, ce que je dis, après ça joue dans les ongles. Hein, tu sais.
Kniper går in och tar en 3 eller 5, tappar tillbaka en 3.
Rodolphe, s'il te plaît.
Sur la fin, c'est une garde.
Oh, tranquille.
Welcome back, we're in the 8th end here of Draw 5. The Gruyère Men's European Curling Championships 2013. And we welcome you live from the Surmarka Arena in Stavanger, Norway. Our featured games, Sweden and France. It's been quite an unusual affair. Some strange tactics along the way from both sides, really. Just down to circumstance, really. I think France not wanting to let Sweden get away from them too much, very much playing down to limitation, and Sweden perhaps being a little bit impatient on occasion and playing against their less experienced opposition. So Victor Schell, again, just coming up a little bit short. Probably really wanted that one to go into the house. But Sweden very much in command here.
Même vitesse, si on la balaye, c'est bon. Si on la balaye, c'est bon.
Vitesse. Un peu moins.
La ligne.
6 lines, les gars, ouais. Ligne bonne, juste vitesse. Ouais, 6 lines, ouais.
Oh. Vite la ligne. Oh. Après, tu vas la décaler. Tu vas découvrir. Ta glace, c'est pas bonne.
Now Butidan continues to have a good game. That one actually curls right out the other side.
Vill du testa hålet eller bara dra här? Jag provar hål om du vill, spelar ingen roll. Nej, dra här då.
So Victor Schell nominating himself to play the draw around. Victor Schell surprisingly being outplayed by Butidan. 93% to 86. Still very good numbers for both teams. Just a couple of draws coming up short from Victor Schell in the last couple of ends. A beautiful draw from Victor. Good feel France really need to go all in here.
C'est comme ça, c'est lui qui prend le contre. Hein. On joue là. Okay.
Vitesse, comme d'habitude.
Robert, je préfère que tu sois devant. Hein.
Yeah, so I think we'll expect to see quite a lot of stones in play here in this 8th. I think France will need to go for bust now. They trail by 2.
Vitesse, seulement vitesse, c'est bon, juste la ligne. Oh, jamais.
If you give up 2 to Sweden here in the 8th end, it really is game over, I would say.
Jamais, jamais, jamais.
So all the play around this centre guard.
Bak 4, bak 8. Ja, helt upp. Bak 8. Låt den gå in röd nu, låt den gå in röd. Bak 8. Ta en frys på den efter touchen om den får touch.
Den ligger där.
Japp. Bra där.
Det kom på skräp.
Bra där. Bra spelare. Bra är det.
Allez, on a fait la même.
Pareil, 90. Rodolphe. Là, c'était là, ça va.
Ouais. Chier, j'étais bien.
There's the matchup at second, dead even. Rodolphe Vincent's draw is just letting him down a little bit in this game so far.
À peine plus. 3.
The line's looking pretty good at the moment, Logan. It's just all about the weight.
Oh, jamais, 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 jamais. Pas pire, joli.
Oh, that red's in a really good spot.
Hey, entre ça, il y a un but sur une corde, je pense. Hein.
So we're going to take a look at sheet B. Norway, Switzerland, Sven Mikkel trailing 6-3 on this one. Giving up a big steal of 3 in the 6th. Needing to get a piece of the forefoot for the single. Facing 2 Norwegian stones. And makes it perfectly. So picks up a single. They now trail 6-4 in that one.
Well, plenty of stones being allowed to build up here by Sweden. Surprising. When they've got a 2-shot lead in the 8th end, I would have thought they'd keep things reasonably clear and just make sure that they score here. But they're obviously really trying to kill this game off. Again, I'm just not sure about the strategy in this game from Niklas. I think he's been a little bit impatient at times, and maybe not giving France the entire respect that they're due.
One jump! Juste la ligne!
The sweeper's working hard to get it past the high red. Have they done enough? This one's cutting really hard.
Yeah, just a little bit guilty of not putting enough handle on the stone there.
Pourquoi moi tu me mets 20 de moins que tout le monde? Je comprends pas.
So this time Niklas is just going to try and remove this red stone on the button. I think the red on the other side of the forefoot is troubling them too much. It's actually a pretty useful stone to keep that yellow that's lying. 3rd shot at the moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of options here. Sebastian thinking about pulling the draw. They did have the chance to peel the centre guard earlier in the end.
Det är inte så lätt att hitta exakt linje liksom. Slå bort skotten och ligger vi i alla fall rätt bra där. Däremot så kan vi slå den här. Alltså prickar hålet här så kan det ju aldrig bli något dåligt. Den sitter ju alla gånger där, den sitter alla gånger där. Den är kvar i bot, slagsten är kvar i bot.
Ja. Tyckte ändå dragen känns lättare än taken att vara kvar.
Ja, men det behöver inte vara kvar egentligen.
Nej, men då är det okej.
Den här tar jag aldrig vägen någonstans som det ligger. Det är väl de där två som ligger dåligt för oss, men de måste göra någonting åt det också.
Ja.
Yeah, I think that it maybe is a triple
there.
there.
Skjuta in cornern också. Men behöver inte spela något spett med. Får träff där blir det bra.
I think the shot would be just to peel the outside red. Maybe check in. Maybe a little bit risky that. So just make sure you're always on the high side.
Den är nästan bäst om vi sätter den. Slår den av där, jämma fast en exakt chapp där. Eller ta den.
Tredjedels träff.
Ja, eller den är bäst.
Jaha, jag tänkte på de här. Då får man bort en röd också.
Du menar clearing och bara smacka fast den där? Trippla dem?
Ja, kanske inte trippla, men...
Nej, den kanske blir kvar där.
Det kan ju vara en 8 kan man spela för att få kvar den i bot.
Då får du inte ut någon i bot nästan. Med den träffen så är det...
Titta, de ligger lite grann i vägen ändå. Visst, de ligger bakom centern, men...
Ja, men jag är på. Alltså båda träffarna...
I think they're looking at maybe driving that yellow corner guard into the pack here, Logan.
Du aldrig den ut heller om du inte träffar chapp då nästan.
Just to try and spread things about.
Kan den smita in?
Bli av med den, bli av med den.
Kan den smita in så här? Det kan den inte, va? Den måste nudda den, va? Det finns inga hål för den.
Nej, det gör den inte.
It doesn't look like there's a whole lot that can go wrong with it anyway, can it? All those yellows are just locked in there at the moment, and they all seem to be going on to reds.
Jag tycker den ligger ganska bra annars. Jag slår hellre på röd. Den ligger ju helt jävla skrämd, den röda. Eller vill du hellre gå på gul?
Jag ligger antingen eller, men det kan ju bli en sån där om man... Det är rätt tunn träffar.
Certainly spending some time over it anyway.
Ja.
Jag tycker alla träffar där blir bra.
Säg skotten ryker också. Ja. Bara inte bli för att det blir för mycket neråt och sen...
Känns som det optimala är den där träffen. Så in i högen, peta ut den lite grann. Blir bort av med allt. Vi behöver inte riska någonting. Alltså det är okej att få bara en 1 eller 2 här också egentligen.
Ja, exakt. Nej, kör det.
Alla träffar.
Men
det absolut optimala blir egentligen att få touchen.
I kind of want them to play this race on the corner guard just because it looks like good fun, Kenny.
Yeah, looking at it, I don't know if I would call it, but
halv får någon touchen.
I'm not as accurate as these guys, so I think playing the corner will always leave you the forefoot. I think that's what they're thinking. They would have forefoot both sides.
Kör på 1/3 i första då.
Kan du spela den på röd också? Bägge är inte ganska bra.
Yeah, I think it's only really worthwhile if they can get onto the red stones on the centre line though. They want to try and chip this onto the red at the top of the 8 foot and try and spin all 3 reds pretty much, or at least get them all moving. I don't think they'll all go out of the 4 foot, but can certainly improve the situation greatly if they get this one right. Just a kind of half-stone contact required here for Sebastian Kraup. Must be pretty close. How's this one? Pretty good.
Yeah, it does leave France line 1 though.
Yeah, and it's a pretty big pocket that's been created there as well. There wasn't a lot of risk in it, but I don't think that worked out quite as well as they would have hoped. I think I would have been just playing the simple shot there and picking the one on the button. Oh, this one's floaty handling its way into the 4 foot here, really coming down hard. Oh, that's actually quite a good shot. That redstone at the top of the 4 foot in a really good spot. And now Nicholas Adin in some trouble here. Will he be punished for being too aggressive in this situation?
Tu peux pas la sortir, c'est pas grave.
There, see the match-up at third. Sebastian Kruip outplaying Guillaume Vincent by 18%. Much better performance tonight from Sebastian.
Så kjapt som möjligt med en 8.
Yeah, so I think it's just a hit as much as you can see of the red on the side. You've got to get tight to the centre guard with this one, Logan.
7.
Perfekt.
7. Ja. Vad ligger förra clearingen på?
Ganska nära 7. Hade ingen exakt tid, men ganska nära.
Yeah, all of a sudden,
Jag tror att den är hård.
Sweden not in a great spot here.
Even a peel on the centre guard wouldn't be a complete disaster.
Well, the problem's going to be very much that stone at the top of the forefoot that I mentioned before. It's just going nowhere at the moment. It's going to take them a couple of stones to get that one out. Well, nice shot there by Sebastian Kruip. Those two yellow stones are frozen, like pretty well lined up to make the double.
Touche à peine celle-là, c'est mieux. Mais là, c'est hyper facile pour lui. Il fait ça, ça, il enlève tout. C'est fou, toi. Mais il enlève tout quand même, il enlève les trois. On fait ça. Ça, soit t'es là, et là, il peut pas l'enlever. Soit t'es plus haut, et on vient juste taper celle-là pour qu'elle soit là. Ça rentre. Allez. Tu vas jouer avec ce curl là, au moins on est sûr.
On joue 12?
Ah ouais, on joue 12. Comme ça. On met ça pour un carreau. Faut la prendre moitié, c'est pas compliqué.
So I think the call's just a hit and roll off this wide yellow. Just roll into the pocket between the yellow that's just biting the forefoot and the one that's on the button. If they could find that spot, it'd be really difficult for Nicholas Sedin to remove all three reds. But we've seen Nicholas play a few triples this week already.
So needs to make a roll here. They can afford to hit this with that.
Doesn't make it.
Well, I think if I was calling the line there, I would have been tempted to hit that one too thin and too thick. Even roll into the row and just change the angles around a bit.
Moitié, on a dit, moitié.
Oh, c'est mignon, mais si elle tombe trop, t'enlèves toutes les rouges. Hein.
Moitié, moitié.
Mais t'enlèves toutes les rouges.
Putain, tu peux la laisser qu'il y
Non,
ait 10 de plus.
elle tombe d'un coup. Hein.
In är ganska hårt satt.
Nu river vi bort den. Jag kanske spelar en hårdare halvträff bara istället.
Men ovanför?
Ja.
Ja, det är bättre. Träffa han så här.
So Nicholas taking another look at this one just to see where he's going to hit this.
Pall.
Ja. River den så river den.
So just the high side of the nose. And
Dock inte ta så tunt så jag stickar den, men försöka få den ovanför.
he will lift the two off.
Clearing?
Ja, clearing. Kanske lite mer än vanlig clearing också, men inte någon spett.
Yep, yep.
So a dart-like throw from Nicholas Sedin. Great if he can get this double across the top of the back one. Well, actually gets a pretty good result, manages to wiggle one through. And Vincent hand on hit. Not really too sure what to do this time.
On l'oblige à marquer un. Viens là. On l'oblige à marquer un. Joli, Joe.
Le problème, c'est que si je la loupe, il va tirer carreau là, celle-là, elle gicle, il marque 3. C'est fini le match.
Quoi, il marque 3? Si t'es là, il marque pas 3. Ou au pire, il fait 1.
All you might have is the
Si je suis posé là, il va tirer carreau
draw
là.
right round
S'il tire carreau là, la mienne,
to
elle
the
gicle
back of
là-bas.
the 4.
Celle-ci, elle touche celle-là, ça gicle, et au carreau, elle en a 3. Moi, je viendrais bien là. Si
Well, if they're lying shot, I think a draw is absolutely the right
Si je
call.
suis là, posé là,
Make
il
him
enlève.
face 2.
Il tire un clearing là. Il tire un clearing là, il me fait tout sauter, Guillaume.
I think he's looking at hitting this.
S'il fait un clearing, c'est jaune, elle sort. Hein.
Si je viens là, il me tire un clearing là, celle-là, elle fait ça, et l'autre, elle dégage. Si je viens
So
là,
he's
il
going-
fait quoi?
he's going for the
Il est obligé
triple.
de faire carreau, il marque 1.
Ah non,
I
2.
think they can get round
Il marque 2, je pense déjà.
to the
mais-
back of the
Joe, si tu
4
viens
foot.
là-bas, il fait pareil, il fait le même tir. Et tu l'as dans l'os.
Si t'es là, il fait ça.
On demande le temps mort.
Well, timeout called here.
Parce que si t'es là, attends, écoute-moi. Si t'es là, non mais si t'es là, il fait clearing. Celle-là,
Non, mais
elle
je
sort,
t'explique.
celle-là, elle sort.
Je t'explique, si je suis là. S'il fait clearing, donc
Really
s'il la
did
prend fort
find
là,
a good
celle-ci,
spot
elle
for
va
this stone.
forcément
Bah là.
décaler là. Non,
Et
si je suis là, regarde, on est même
t'es là,
niveau.
Joe.
Elle part là.
So Kenny, I've got a
Mais
Moi,
question
je
for
force à
you.
marquer un.
Joe, s'il fait clearing là-dessus,
So
celle-là,
I think from what we've seen so far this week, I think it would be fair to say that Thomas de Feur is still the strongest
Moi, je pense que.
skip team
Moi, je pense que si t'es
for
là,
France.
si t'es là,
For
Quand
the,
il arrive,
for
celle-là,
the
elle
smaller
va
nations,
forcément
the less developed curling nations, who maybe
Si t'es-
don't have such
si t'es là,
depth in their
si t'es là, c'est
competitive
deux.
teams.
si t'es là, il fait.
Do you think the selection's a good way ahead?
Et 4.
Not for the smaller nations because it
On est là. Tu limites la casse, hein.
gives a chance for everybody to
Elle va là.
enter.
Ouais, celle-là, Joe, elle va venir sur la jaune.
C'est
I think
obligatoire.
ou alors l'idée.
Si oui, mais
if you can compete, can create a competitive environment, it will bring the game up to a better standard, a little bit more, a little quicker than it would be just concentrating on 4 people.
Il tire un clearing là.
Oui, mais celle-là, Joe.
You're shortening the lifespan
celle-là,
Si je viens
of
là, entre guillemets.
the elite.
Si on vient là, et si je tire ça, si on vient là, il la chope jamais.
I'm more in favour of
Regarde, je fais ça. On tire et on
open
vient là
market.
derrière. Il la chope jamais, il la chope jamais, on a le shot. Hein. On vient là. Tu tires là, on le force à là. Tu me mets un peu moins de gaz que tout à l'heure. Tout à l'heure, il y en avait un peu moins.
Non, mais si on balaye pas, c'est
On
bon.
joue 12 là.
En faisant ça, il pourra jamais l'avoir.
Au
The
pire, de toute façon,
discussion
si je suis là, il va
continues
devoir-
here.
il va
Alain
devoir tirer.
Conta has had his say.
Il ferait lui voler un ou deux. Ah bah oui. Bah 2 c'est pas possible, on en a qu'un. 2 c'est pas possible, on en a qu'un. C'est pas. Allez.
It looks like they're going to go for a hit and roll on this wide yellow. I think looking from the overhead, it could well be yellow, this line shot at the moment.
Attention, Lee.
Jamais, jamais. Jamais. Ouais. Faux, les gars, faux. À fond, les gars. À fond.
How close are they with this, Logan? Not close at all. That's your answer.
Je fais de la prendre avant.
So, looks like it could just be a pick for 2 for Nicolas Sedin.
Il la lâche. C'est moi qui le déclenche, c'est lui qui déclenche.
I guess they could try for 3, but pick looks like an easier shot to me. Just get rid of that red stone, score your 2, and take a 4-shot lead into the 9th end.
Jag tänkte klippa den där bara. Kanske nästan lika lätt. 80%. Dra för 2 eller klippa den.
Instinkten för mig var bara att klippa den för 2, men vi kan ju dra det.
Skulle jag kalla över då känns som att vi bränner iväg alltihopa, men då sitter den kanske där bak. Kanske onödigt, vi får en etta om vi drar och missar den också.
Jag tänkte att man kör en normal 10, bara spela en vixo.
Mycket har man då av bakom garden?
Du har... Väl från hacket så här på
Yeah, I think they're overcomplicating this. Let's play the scoreboard, that's what I'd be saying. 6-2 up into the 9th end. You're going to be pretty happy with that, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Instinktivt som bara klippa röd.
Ja. Så här.
Well, it looks like they're going for the 3.
Vilken fan? Normal.
Oh, they just need to work out what they're most likely the way to score 2 is it's either they just pick that redstone off, or they can come down and play a nose hit and might even have a chance for 3.
Låt den curla ut med den nu. Okej.
So, there we have it. Nicely done. And it will be Sweden who start us off in the 8th end. Here we see it. Comes down. Catches it on the nose. Pushes the red out of play. And they would pick up 2. So Sweden feel they've scored enough. They're going to throw that one through. France will need to throw up the guards and hope for a mistake now.
Yeah, it's been a very strange game, this one. Bit of a weird atmosphere out there.
Yeah, it just seems as if Nicholas Adiems is a little frustrated. Maybe probably because of the unorthodox way France have went about this game.
Oh, jamais.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a very defiant French performance. But for me, they've never really given themselves a chance to be in this game. They had great chances in the first half to really put some pressure on Sweden and turned them down every time in favour of not allowing Nicholas to get anything in behind centre guards. So Wintershell just throwing his stones away here. And I think we'll start to see what Sweden do best, and that's ripping guards and not giving their opposition any hope whatsoever.
Poussez un peu.
Peut-être un tout petit peu.
Juste sur la fin.
So you've got to feel France will need to pick up a steal of 2 here in this 9th end if they're going to have a chance in this game. Over on sheet A though, early bath for Denmark, 7-4 winners over Russia. Rasmus Sterna, steam train continues.
Yep. Right on track for the playoffs now, Denmark. Still undefeated this week. Moving to 5 wins and no losses. Looks like Norway will also go to 5-0.
T'as pas le droit d'être long, c'est tout.
Zéro!
Ligne large. Juste la ligne.
Ligne large.
Juste la ligne. Juste la ligne. Quoi de travail?
Stop ça bouge. Fort les gars, fort. Fort.
So Sweepers going hard on this one.
Fais une garde.
pas de remplir, elle est lisse. Hein, Guillaume, ma brosse, elle est lisse.
Huh? Do get the centre guard up.
Again. Up.
I think you're just going to peel the guard on this one. It's not right on the centre line.
Oh. Oh. Up.
So France do have that single stone in the forefoot. France so good at playing the guards, and Sweden, their game is really peeling the guards, and once they're a couple of shots ahead, it's difficult to get back at them. But haven't played the guard very well with this one. A little bit of frustration there, shown by Rudolph.
Yeah, I can't see these two red stones lying around too much longer.
Mer nå. Wow, wow. Ren. Wow. Wow, wow. Go. Bra. Mittemellan.
And there they both go.
That was a little bit harder than you would have thought, that shot. You really do have to catch it perfectly in between the two stones.
Yeah, it's very easy to hit one of them a little bit too thick, and then you just roll over and glance off the other. So, well executed stone there by Kruip.
En manque, ça en manque. Ça en manque.
Oh, seulement vitesse.
On lève la tête. On lève la tête.
Ligne. Vitesse. Fort, les gars, fort.
A big effort for the freeze. Plenty of encouragement from Joffrey.
Oh, nice effort. And even Nicholas Adim is acknowledging that was a great effort.
I think we'll see them try to smash it anyway.
Ja, stanna på kanten så må det vara.
No, it was a super shot. Bit of hot sauce on this one. The old 5-second peel, and just trying to hit quarter stone and spin it off. Tremendous throw from Sebe Kruip. Really made that look a lot easier than it was. So, back to the corner guards.
C'est bon. Cool.
Jamais, zéro.
Actually going for a centre guard in the end. So I think France know that they're done in this game. They're just stringing it out to its conclusion. Oh, there we see national coach Soren Gran for Scotland appearing in the back of the picture there. Former coach of Nicolas Sedin. I'm sure Nicolas would attribute a lot of his success to Soren Gran and his input over the years.
Some may beg to differ with that one, Logan. But there you see, cool, calm and collected, Nicolas Sedin. hits and runs. Doesn't want to leave anything in play.
Dolly, 3. À peine long.
Dans la maison, peu importe.
Dolly. Ralenti, petit line.
Dans la maison, peu importe.
Putain, il lui manque un doute de cœur.
Ouais, ouais. Merci.
Merci, ça réduira les scores. On a fait une belle partie.
So, while Nicholas Edin plays the takeout, Sven Michael has a chance to tighten it up. He trails 7-4.
On a plus de possibilités de voler de 3 dans une grosse maison.
To be in the 8 foot for 2.
Moi je pense au mieux.
Ouais, mais on fait pas confiance pour les vitesses. Ça c'est carré.
Comme ça.
Makes the draw nicely, so they will score 2. So 7-6, that one on sheet B after 9 ends, but Norway with the all-important last stone advantage.
Yeah. Sven Mikkel must really be kicking himself for that steal of 3 in the 6th end, hitting against 4 and hit and rolls out. It's a complete lapse in concentration, really, costing them dearly, the Swiss. The back in our featured sheet. It's really been a strange game. Here's Geoffrey Vincent, the skip for France. Does enough to hit and roll, but rolls out of the rings. And the 9th end blanked.
C'est pas douce. On le ramène. Non, il serre la main.
I think Geoffrey Vincent is offering the surrender. The white flag goes up. It will be a Swedish victory. Nicholas Edin getting the job done in the end against a defiant French team. Final score, Sweden 6, France 2.
Ouais, t'as pu être le dernier.
Tänkte instinktivt fråga, ska de gå till
An important win for Niklas. Moving to 3 wins and 2 losses after 2 losses yesterday against Norway and Denmark. France, the only win that they've managed to chalk up this week being against Finland. They're now on 1 win and 4 losses. And if you just bear with us, we're moving our cameras to give you continued coverage of this 5th men's draw at the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2013. I can tell you that we're going to Norway, Switzerland to see the conclusion of that game. Just a one-shot game there. Norway leading Switzerland by 7 shots to 6. And Håvard Vad Petersen, as usual, has played a very nice tick shot, as you can probably see on the sheet closest to this camera. So here we go. This is Simon Gempler, another exponent, great exponent of the tick shot, but this time he's throwing the guards.
Godt så.
And Vad Petersen will be asked to throw the tick shot once again here. Of course, tick shot, just trying to move the opposition stones around, but of course keeping them in play. They can't be removed from play. A rule introduced some 20 odd years ago. Stop the leading team just hitting every stone that goes into play by their opposition. Very welcome change to the rules that came. And another super tick shot from Vad Pedersen. A shot that the Leeds practice more and more these days. And are getting better and better at it.
Du är bra va?
Here's Sandro Trollier.
Ja, det är skott över. Skott över, skott över.
And Switzerland with a lot of work to do here already in this end. Really needing mistakes from Norway after 2 terrific tech shots by Vad Pettersson.
Helt upp till tynn hall, går helt fint va? Rent. Wow, 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 wow. Ja, wow. Bra.
Norway doing a really good job here of just keeping things tidy. 4 stones in play, but none of them even cutting the 8-foot circle. And it will be the same guard once again from Trollier.
Åh, där är Förik dröver. Åh, där är slem. Ja, så slankt och ner här. Slå om den Lion, helt klart.
Tom Silsrud very focused here. And here's FRA-SWE with the big weight peel once again. Very much his signature shot. Doesn't want to spin any of these yellows into the house. Plays a good shot there.
Bra. Selv om du gjør 2 perfekte, så er det alltid litt gunt. Det er hva som kan rives med.
So I wonder if Sven will change tactic at any stage here and just try and make sure that Thomas Silsrud faces 2 with his last stone. That's what they're doing. They're choosing to go around the corner guard here with 26-year-old Claudio Pat's first stone. Well, this one's not going to quite get hit, so we'll see Silsrud just peel that one off.
Låt göra det. Pilla du.
Here's 38-year-old Torger Nergård. Been curling for 33 years, incredibly. They've hit and stuck. Trying to get it as far away from the button as possible. So a mistake there by Norway. They didn't want to keep the shooter there.
God, nice. Ace.
They'll probably want this guard to be as long as possible, just over the hog line perhaps, to make it really difficult to peel it. 82% on draws today. And only 69 on 8 hits.
Sett längre oskämpig.
So you see Sven Michel standing with his brush just over the hog line.
Okay. Tynn hall går akkurat. Japp. Rent. Wow, wow, wow.
He's choosing to throw the freeze this time. Just shows you that if you've got a world-class lead who can play some tick shots like that, then just how simple it can make the end for your team. Really is expected of the best leads that will make the majority of their tick shots.
Linje squat! Linje squat!
Well, a really nice freeze by Sven Michael. And how much does he regret that final stone of the 6th end when he gave up a steal of 3 with a hit and roll out.
Pass på et langt slipp av Rammersson på min godeste pil. Jeg tror skjepp i grenseland. Så lenge det hår høyt, så det grønt. Det luft mellom.
Thomas Olsrud, the 42-year-old, the face of the Norway team, really. Big star in the world of curling. And it's been a really nice takeout there.
Utholma.
Schlief hold. Därför det nappes förrört här så svär det inte så fint. Alltså jag har varit längst här. Ja.
And all Sven Michael can do here really is just try and hide one behind the guards and hope for a catastrophic miss from Thomas Olsrud.
Vänta nummer 3 lost dig. 3 lost dig.
So Claudio Pat's just hanging a little bit high with his draw and leaving a wide open takeout. And looks like Michael's found a bit of a straight bit as well here. Looks pretty wide open, but I think Thomas Olsrud will just ignore that stone and play the cool draw to the 8 foot.
Ja, men det en omgang siden vi hadde pause her. 2-9 med litt... Ja. 2-9 4-fot. For å si sånn, den halvveis i 8-foten. Jeg prøver å avslutte den dagen her med å dra på
Olsrud
knappen.
playing 79% on draws. I don't think he'll miss. You'll see him miss the 8-foot circle too many times to win a game.
Gjennomføre slippen. Den helt lang om noe. Lang om noe, bare rent.
This one all down to the sweepers now to get it right.
Aldri kort, bare rent.
And everyone seems pretty comfortable with where it's going to go. Super draw by Thomas Olsrud, well looked after by the sweepers. And scored 1 red and 1 for Norway to take an 8-6 win over Switzerland. Norway remaining undefeated this week, while Switzerland suffered their second loss.
Nå må du komme og heie snart.
Thomas Olsrud feeling confident. And so he should. No one could beat him yet, not even the world champions last night. And really relishing this support of a home crowd here in the Samarka Arena in Stavanger, Norway. So once again, if you bear with us, we're just going to try and move the cameras a little bit and see what else we can cover for you. Scotland, Latvia. Latvia could pull off a shock victory over Scotland, leading by 1 shot going into the 10th end here. Just 2 games left out on the ice. If you have just joined us, expecting to see France and Sweden, that didn't go the distance. Very unusual game of curling, but Sweden getting the job done with a 6-2 victory over 9 ends.
Boy, Mike. Real nice.
And a much needed win for Niklas Edin of Sweden, the reigning champions. Goes to 3 wins and 2 losses. We just saw Norway finish off Switzerland by a scoreline of 8 shots to 6. Denmark beat Russia by 7 shots to 4. And here we have Scotland and Latvia. A nice draw into the forefoot to start the end by Arthur's Gerhards. And we're looking for a tight guard on it now. If you've not been with us for the last couple of hours, my name's Logan Gray, and I've got Kenny Edwards alongside me to see the conclusion of this 5th draw.
Yeah, interesting game this. It's been toing and froing. Mistakes from both skips. And Ritvar's Gulbis, the skip from Latvia, missed a nose hit there for 2 in the 9th end to take a 2-shot lead going into this 10th end. So can't really pass up them opportunities to pick up wins here at the European Championships.
So Michael Goodfellow just going to try and hit and roll to the wing, but it doesn't really matter too much as long as he keeps his shooter in play. The last thing you want is for Latvia to go and start peeling the guards off.
The good thing is there is 2 guards in play. There's always going to be one or something to hide behind.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you would see a lot of teams in this situation, 1 up, throwing 2 into the house for that exact reason, Kenny. Yeah, a little bit of a strategic header there by Ritvar Gulbis. So here's Ivor's Hamilton's. And again, they'll want to hit and stick around here.
Yeah, it does make the hit and roll. I think also still see Scotland probably play the hit, but no. Elected to play the come around with this one.
Yep.
Yeah, eventually got to the right call.
Yeah, Dave wanted to throw the draw on the end turn, but yeah, I've got to agree with Greg here that there's maybe a little bit more room for error by coming on the out turn. If you leave it high in the house, and it could be driven onto that yellow on the tee line. And also it starts to bring the play towards the corner guard, more importantly, to set up the deuce.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice now, guys.
I think they'll want to leave this reasonably high in the house.
So it's decision time. Do you elect to come around it, or do you peel the centre?
I think you need to freeze it every single time, Kenny. I don't think you can afford to peel the centre. It's just asking to give up 2. Rupert Gilbus didn't think about it too much. He was going on instinct and felt like the shot was a freeze. I've got to completely agree. So Avotin's with the freeze here. Looks like he's found a nice line.
It does look pretty nice. Right in on top of this one. He stuck it right on. Got the Weldon goggles out.
Yeah, and that really shrinks the scoring area for Team Scotland now to get another one in there to score 2. Still think they got the stone positioning quite right with that last one. Scottish far too close to the button and perhaps even over curled a little bit on them.
Never, guys.
This one looking a little pacey.
No.
Trying his best to come down. Actually finds a pretty good spot there.
Yeah, just pulls up enough at the end. But this Latvian side have had a good season so far. Picked up a few wins on the tour. Scotland playing red stones, Latvia yellow. I think you really do need to come quite tight with this one. Don't want to leave it too short.
Here's Norman's Sarsens. Needs to play a very delicate shot here, trying to get the freeze on the inside of this red.
Yep. Oh. Kurtu kāzē, nu. Ceturtā bija okay.
I wouldn't say that's a terrible shot. That yellow's in a really useful position at the top of the forefoot, but it has created a nice pocket for Scotland to draw one down into.
I think so. Like, I mean, I'm not really liking that shot of theirs at the 6, like, but there's nothing else we've got just now. And to be honest, even if we come in and
6-5 in Latvia's favour. And Dave Murdoch's managed to
I mean, we can flick off the yellow.
Get the guards in play and do exactly what was required. But he could find himself in a bit of trouble. Got to be really nice with this one.
Yeah, this is definitely the shot that will make or break the end for Scotland. If they can put a good one in here. It's going to be very difficult for Latvia to do anything about it. Very difficult for them to bring that Yellowstone into play at the top of the forefoot. This is Greg Drummond.
Line's good. Line's good. Yep.
Long-term third player for Tom Brewster.
Hard!
This one really cutting hard.
Nice. Real hard! Real hard! It's almost better.
It's ended up in a reasonable position. It's not going anywhere, at least for a couple of shots.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a freeze thrown now by Latvia right into that pocket. Lots of jostling for position here in the 10th end of this 5th round match between Scotland and Latvia.
Nu, ja pa šito uzšaut, tie abi divi aizlido, bet tam mūsējā backupā sāk strādāt. Viņš var uzmest. Ja mēs šito... Nē, nu mēs te varam arī iemest tagad.
Maybe just
Nē, nu, ja viņš paliek
looking at the overhead.
Slikt, jo šitais paliek vēl joprojām.
Even coming down at sort of battering weight just to move things to just the back of the tee. Scotland could just guard up if they sit too, but there's a lot of stones in play to come in and off, so I think the freeze would be the shot. Got a little bit of room for error. As long as you're in top of the forefoot, you're causing a lot of trouble for Scotland.
Nu, viņi, ja noņem nost priekš, tad viņai, ja pirmie aizlido. Un tad mēs atkal varam sargāt līdz pēdējiem metienam.
So what can Latvia do? Super's going hard on this one. And they'll need to go hard to get this one right down into the forefoot.
Easy.
Ah, nice shot. And a cluster of stones in that forefoot area now. And it does look really hard and difficult for that yellow to be removed.
Yeah, because we're actually, if we nose here,
Greg Drummond,
we sit in front,
third
we
player.
move this here, and then that, we can crack this at some point.
Down to have a look to see what he's got.
Oh, it's kind of, it's a 10 to move. Well, you got 2 to play and 1 to move here, so yeah.
So as we said, time clock's not in play in this round robin game. There's a bit of a power cut here, which played havoc with the umpires and the time clocks, so you won't see teams running out of time. Might see an over-enthusiastic umpire making an appearance, but certainly won't lose the game. So they see Craig Drummond, 91 on his draws, 94 on his takeouts.
Hard, boys. Gotta go. Hard! Whoa!
Squeaks past the guard.
Good. It's better.
And I think it's a good spot.
Why, Greg?
Nu, reku tagad jau viens ir reku
You can maybe come round at
viņš ies, tas aizies uz turien, tas aizies uz turien.
battering weight.
Tas paliek.
To
Šitais aizlido.
maybe just push
Un viņai paliek atvērts.
the yellow top of the four on the centre line back onto 2 reds. Maybe a little bit more weight than that.
Gotta say, I like the first call that Gilbis looked at. He could slash that yellow furthest left in the forefoot as we look at it onto his own yellow and spin a couple of reds and leave himself just sitting in front of that 1 red stone on the button, the right hand stone of the 2 on the button.
Un tas sarkanais aizmugurējais paliek. Nu, tas vidējais.
Really can't see a better option for them at this point.
I like the sort of backring weight through round the guard, yellow onto red, leave Scotland sitting 1, just come down the left hand side, catch the one
on the centre line.
On the centre line, top of button, the yellow, bump the red through, just sit on top of it. I think that would be the call. You've still got 1 top of the forefoot, you're taking control of the top of the forefoot, which is key really for Latvia. If you play the slash, you're more than likely going to stick a red back of the forefoot, maybe a red out in the 8 foot.
Kas ir jau variantu? Mēs metam iekšā uz tejieni. Te.
I think that's what he's looking at now, just tapping the centre yellow.
Ar haku.
Perfect shot, but just to bump it to the back of 4 as a catcher.
Nu, jā, bet te ir baigi Milenē jāpaiet garām. Ja viņš neielokās, viņš to augšējo vienkārši nočipo nost un viss. Bet tad atkal tu neizkustinās tik daudz akmeņus. Jo mums viņš ir jāizstum ir, nu.
Well, they're certainly spending some time over this. Kind of wish they did have the time clocks on now.
Un šitais. Teorētiski ir arī randbaks uzreiz. Mēģinam ar haktu, bet viņš
I wonder if there is any umpire starting to take some interest in this.
It's an important shot, Logan, though, so I don't really see the need for the umpires to get involved.
Mēs atbrīvosim pieeja šitam ar pēdējo. Ja mēs šitam uzsitam, viņš aizies tas, un mēs atbrīvosim viņam pieeja. Šitais aizlidos.
Yeah, but kind of at the same time, you need to be fair to your opposition. They spent a lot of time over their last shot, and now they're probably approaching about 5 minutes looking at this one. So they wouldn't normally have this amount of time if we were on the time clock. So, but at the same time, I'm not a huge fan of umpires interfering with the game. So.
Well, I think the decision's been made.
Looks like they're hitting the outside of this yellow. I think it's definitely a shot that I'd be considering.
Yeah, it's because you don't have the finesse to play the other one, Logan.
Well, exactly. You need to play to your strengths, Kenny. You know that. It's on a good hand as well. Yeah, just my main issue would be is the thing that's making me a little bit nervous is just the amount of red stones that are built up around the button. So let's see what Reitvar can do with this one. One thing's for sure, that yellow at the top of the forefoot is going absolutely nowhere. Oh, I've seen Gulbis throw the stone harder. Needs to make sure he clears the forefoot with these 2 reds. Need to hit that much thicker to make that shot.
Yep. So Scotland line there too. And the angle's off now.
Well, this is going nowhere. I don't know if I can guard Greg because then he just rams this. No, actually, I don't know. It might actually lock there. Yeah. I mean, what else has he got just now? Probably. He's certainly never touching the 2. Like, the 2's going nowhere. But it's a fair chance that'll click and he'll bring this into play. Yeah. Yeah. What else have you got just now if we freeze like here? Yeah, we do. Yeah, exactly. Like, what happens if we come in and freeze there?
He's playing.
He's
maybe playing off this.
Oh, good luck to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's he playing off this? See he fires that pure weight, right?
He's clean picking it here.
This drags. That goes on here. This. No, I don't know if I want to take it away. I think I just want to sit here.
No, put it this way, shooter's rolling. This is going to
Exactly, and his shooter goes, and we lie here. I think this is the place to have. Like, what happens if we overcurl and sit there, right? What happens with that? That's still. Well, that goes. That stays there. This might go, and then we've got a tap in that one for 2.
What happens if we go there? Our third shot, he loses that, gets someone out of there. Then we're sitting here, and we don't have a shot.
So if he knows he's that, might. This Graham's in here.
The freeze takes this shot away.
Yeah. Let's call a timeout. Timeout. See what wise words we have.
Do you get a timeout when there's no time clocks, Kenny? You must do.
I believe they've had their coach interaction.
Yeah, but what this? Yeah, but that's.
Yeah, we certainly saw him out on the ice earlier in the game.
Because he's wanting to bring this in play. That's just a shot.
I don't think you get two timeouts when the time clocks are off, if any.
So Soren Gran making his way down the ice, but the umpires.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get blocked. Going to send out the blockers. Being sent back.
Just shows you how much. Just shows you how much attention he's paying to the game. Back to school, Soren. I think could be the words I'd use there.
What can go wrong with us freezing in? What can we do wrong here, like? Eh?
45 seconds to play this.
We'll call the timeout. We'll call the timeout.
So
it's not 2008, Dave.
Yeah, I think he needs to have a review of the rule book.
Yeah.
Well, I think they've just been told to get a move on by the umpire, Thor Borthwick, coming in there and just saying, right, you go and get that shot played. Which, to be honest, I think it's a little bit unfair considering the amount of time that Gulbis spent over his 2 stones, the last 2 shots.
Yeah, it's a little harsh.
Here, more, Greg.
They made the error
more
of calling the timeout.
To be honest, I think they'd made their mind up anyway. They looked at every possible permutation with this freeze. Now they just need to go and play it.
Yeah, certainly the umpires not doing their job properly there, I would say.
Leave it late. We're high right now. No. On the guard.
Well, I don't think they really want to sit wide on this one.
Oh, Carl, come on.
It's on the guard. That could be a little bit of a nuisance, that stone.
Is there a gap there?
Oh, that didn't move.
So looking at the overhead, would you be able to come down and angle the red onto the yellow, the red that's in the 8 foot, onto the yellow, just nudge the red out of the 4? Probably not to sit. Second shot.
I think you could smash the red into the yellow at the top of the 4 foot and leave a very difficult shot for Dave to score 2. He certainly wouldn't be able to play anything off the wide ones going into his own red because the side of that stone wouldn't be out counting the yellow at the top of the button. So I think that's maybe his best option, but I heard Scott Andrews just having a little bit moan about the time warning situation, but I don't think they can really worry about that at the moment. They just need to make sure that the job gets done here, that they win the game first, and then they've got something to say to the umpires and go and do it after the game, but focus on the job in hand at the moment.
Bet Aivar, ja šitajā ieštaukāja, viņš aizlido. Un šitais varbūt izlido, un šitais paliek uz vietas. Nu, ja nāk taisni iekšā.
Well, I thought the Sweden-France game was slow at times earlier on when Mr. Geoffrey Vincent was taking an eternity over his draw the wings. But this game's just completely stopped.
Greg Drummond's having a bit of a word with the umpires now, saying if you give us a warning, you're not about time to give these guys a warning.
I think that's absolutely fair, to be honest, but don't need to worry themselves too much about it. Could maybe get to the nose of that redstone and make the double as well. Would probably achieve a similar feat. Here's Martin Sneetiel with his final stone of the 10th end.
Yeah, trying to make 2 to take it into an extra end, which he does comfortably. So that game tied 9 each.
So Gulbis still discussing this one, and I think the umpires do need to step in. They need to be consistent and fair to all teams. And I think Latvia have definitely taken a lot more time in this end than Scotland have, I would say.
Yeah, I can't believe he's going to run this guard, but you've got to make Scotland play a shot.
So here's Eva Rothsberger, chief umpire. I think she's about to make a move on River Gulbis. Sending in one of the deputies. Here he comes. They've just been told they've got 30 seconds to play the shot.
I can't believe he's running this guard back.
He's not.
He is running the guard back.
Stop it. Stop it, Kenny.
He is running the guard back.
Well, I think Dave Murdoch's
smiling under that.
I think he thinks that Christmas has come exactly a month early. River Gulbis, 83% on 6 hits. Trying to straight run here. Must be pretty close.
And doesn't do it, and it will be a 2 for Latvia. A big struggle for Scotland to get over the line there, but they manage it. So 7-6. They scrape through. Rather unconvincing though.
Yeah, just looking at the stats on Curlet. Struggles continue for David Murdoch. Only playing 63%.
Yeah, so not the most glamorous of games for Scotland, but a win's a win.
Came over here and flicked the top yellow.
So the Latvians look rather disappointed with that one.
Yeah, the heads are down, very despondent, and they all drop to 2 wins and 3 losses. And Scotland with some work to do. Tom Brewster not made an appearance so far this week on the ice. Scotland staying in contention for the playoffs. So there's still one game out on the ice, and that's between Finland and the Czech Republic. Going down an extra end currently.
Fine.
And here's Jidrich Kitzberger, the second player for the Czech Republic. Throwing up another long guard. Czech Republic have managed to find themselves with a really well frozen stone on the button. Could well come in use later on. There you see it there, Yellowstone on the T line, but that is red stone at the top of the 4-foot frozen on. How important could that be for the Czech Republic? Really good separation on the redstones as well from the Czech team. Jiří Sneetiel not played the last couple of games after 3 straight losses to start the week. Just a bit out of sorts. And as soon as Martin Schneetil there took to the helm, came through a game against Russia last night with a win. Bad miss by the Russian skip Arkhipov to win the game. Here's Jakub Barish, the newest addition to the team, just 25 years old. Curled for 13 years.
And that's very nice, but I think I probably would have went for one more guard before I came in there.
Absolutely. The risk always being that as soon as you go into the house or allow the team with the hammer to start running guards, and then it's going to get cleaned up pretty quickly at this level. You want to keep your stones as spread out as possible. So here's the skip and third player, Tomi Rantamaki. "45 years old.
Been to a few European Championships. I think he made his first appearance at Aberdeen 2010. So, would you move this now, or would you draw in behind? I don't think the draw in behind's the call, is it, Logan?
I think that they've got to throw some guards and just keep them outside the house. There's only 3 to come, but what did happen there? Are they not happy with the handle? Surely they should let the stone run there to its conclusion before stopping it.
Yeah, certainly. He's delivered the stone. Clearly released.
What's the problem?
Oh no, he actually just burnt it, I think.
Okay. Okay, well, there's a few things that could have happened here. Did he hog the stone? Did they burn it and try to stop it before the hog line? I'm really not sure.
So they're having a discussion with the umpire now. I think that's a burnt stone. As soon as you've played that, it crosses the back line. You see the lights. Looks as if it's cleanly released.
Has it been hogged? Look like it. Looks like it's away. Don't see any red lights coming on, do we?
Yeah, there we go. They're flashing, so I think you would let the stone come to rest. You wouldn't stop it mid-running. So if any juniors out there, I think you let the stone do what it's going to do, then argue with the umpires or the opposing team.
Absolutely. I think we're maybe waiting on one of the ice technicians. Here comes Mark Callan to have a look at the handle and decide whether the handle is faulty or not.
Can we have the 2 skips or players, or? stone. If it's working properly, it's a hog stone. If it's not working properly,
It would appear to be working properly.
There it is. Official confirmation from Mark Allen.
Is the final decision?
Sorry?
Is this the final decision?
I just asked him if it's properly working.
It's connected.
Don't break anything, Mark.
Yeah. So there you see these handles are touch sensitive.
So much drama for a 5th draw. Coach Patrika watching on.
It's set. I would hold it. Passes the magnet.
Yeah.
It appear to be working properly. Hog stone.
So it appears to be working properly. So looks like it's a hog stone.
The handle was set and went green, and then when it passes over the magnet, if it's not released, it goes red. We did a test with the magnet, it's gone red. The rock is fine.
So there we have it.
Very serious stuff from Mark Allen there. Usually used to him having a little bit more banter than that. I'm almost disappointed right now.
It's not a complete disaster for Finland though. Czech Republic still need to make a nice draw around or run this back. Would you be tempted to play the run back?
Well, the question is, Kenny, if the run back's a shot, then they probably shouldn't have been throwing the peel. So, I think they can come down and bump these reds. There's still another stone to come after this one, so you just need to be careful not to come down and bump it and leave the yellow in shot position and cross their own stone so that they can actually get at it with their last one. So, by no means a formality this shot here for Martin Schneetel. So it looks like he's got sufficient running.
I think he's throwing some porridge in this one. Finland to play against two that's more than likely going to be in the forfeit area.
Yeah, I think the guard that they've left there at the moment is just not in a great position for them. It's not really long enough to come around, but at the same time, if it was a little bit further into the house, then it would be much easier to play that raise. So here's Tony Antila. Trying to make a double, I would say, off that redstone just played by Schneetel. Terrific shot by Antila. Can't go too far wrong with it, but gets the job done, and now Czech Republic in all sorts of trouble. Opportunity lost, really.
Hyvä heitto. Yhdennäs tuosta päässä tiedettiin jo merkki.
Naopak, no, naopak. To musí je pomalý. To musí je pomalý, aby ten kámen tady zůstal.
So, not really much for Martin Schneetel now.
Přesně tak. Přesně tak.
Probably has to run the red guard this time, for sure.
Just hope to feather the
backline,
the top red maybe, top yellow.
Třeba hranu? Vypadá to jako moc, viď?
Looks like they're taking a lot of ice here, Kenny.
I think they're maybe trying to come round and play the tap. Or is it the straight tap just to nudge it back?
Could be, Kenny. I have no idea what is going on in this fifth draw. There's been so much random strategy going on. Right, here's Martin Snaetail with a quiet weight shot. It looks like they're maybe playing the straight tap. Just looking at hack weight.
Whoa! Whoa! Yo!
Looks pretty close. Has he done enough to lie? Oh, great shot by Martin Snaetail, but unfortunately doesn't quite push it far enough to make it fourth shot, which would make things a lot more difficult for Finland. It should be a straightforward takeout here for Toni Anttila. Really was a magnificent effort. Just a little bit more running and they could have laid first and third shot, and then that makes that hit on the yellow so much more difficult. But doesn't really need to worry about holding the shooter or anything.
Hey!
So Toni Anttila, 81% on 13 hits. Has he done enough? He certainly has. Great shot by the Finnish fourth player. It's taken an extra end, but Finland have defeated Czech Republic by a scoreline of 11 shots to 9. It's been a very long fifth draw. Of course, a featured game was between France and Sweden. And we've fairly got around the Surmarka Arena once again in this fifth draw of the 2013 Gruyère European Curling Championships. All the stones need to be returned to the home end. And we're going to have more coverage this evening at 7 o'clock in the women's competition, but this was our featured game. France and Sweden, sixth end. Sweden leading by 2 shots to 1. And Vincent Joffrey does enough to clear 3 yellow stones, but Nicolas Edin would be left with a takeout for 2. And that would really create some daylight between the two teams. What was quite a bizarre first half of curling. Right on the beak from Nicolas, and it's 2 yellows and 2 for Sweden. 8th end, once again a straightforward takeout really for a player of Nicolas Edin's caliber. Just using a quiet weight, tried to hold it for 3, but did enough. A score of 2, and that would make it a 6-2 lead. And here we are in the 9th end, enough's enough. Geoffrey Vincent offers the handshakes, and Sweden would pick up their 3rd victory of the week.
Thanks again. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck. On est les ou bien? Ouais, t'as pu être le dernier.
Elsewhere in the Surmarka Arena this afternoon, Russia losing out to Denmark, Norway defeating Switzerland, Scotland sneaking past Latvia, and Czech Republic losing out to Finland in an extra end filled with drama.
Okay, Nicholas, important win for you today. How important do you think it was to get back to winning ways after yesterday?
Really important. It was a game that we should win on paper, but it's always on the ice that you win the game. So we needed to play a good game to get back into it, and I think we did just that. So it feels pretty good for the rest of the tournament.
It seemed to be a little frustrating out there at times. Do you expect to be more than 2-1 ahead at the fifth end?
Not really. They played pretty defensively, and we tried to gain some offensive ends there, but we did some mistakes early, and that kind of forced us to take out their rocks on the wings, and kind of took a few ends before we got into it, really. But then when we did that and got that deuce, the game is almost home, so it felt pretty good all the way, actually.
So were you a little surprised at how the French approached the game?
Not really. I think they need to keep it fairly simple and maybe try and win it at the end of the game. And I think they actually did exactly what they should do, and they did it good as well before we got that deuce. So pretty expected, and I think we made a lot of shots at the end there, which was really good for the next game.
So Russia up next. How are you going to prepare for that one?
I think it's going to be a similar game. They're probably going to play pretty defensively as well, and I think we need to start the game a little bit better, stay in front of the tee line and make some more finesse shots. I think we're playing the takeouts pretty good right now, but we need to make some more finesse shots, and that way I think we can beat them.
Okay, thanks for speaking to us, Nicholas, and good luck.
Thank you.
So there you have it, the thoughts of the winning skip in draw 5. Nicholas Edin moves them up to 3 wins and 2 losses. Denmark and Norway 2 wins clear at the top at the moment, looking good for the Page 1-2 game. Latvia still hanging in there, but 4 teams at the bottom on 1 win and 4 losses with lots of work to do. Finland chalking up their first win of the week in draw 5. And that's it from the Surmarka Arena in Stavanger, Norway. Draw 5 of the men's 2013 Gruyère Curling Championships. Join us for more in the women's draw at 7 o'clock. Thanks for watching.